boy, for all we know. So good morning to you. It's a big day. It's a big weekend. It's already started. I mean, the weekend gets started on a Thursday on weeks like this. So everybody's already in town. Not everybody, but a lot of people. There's an energy in the city today here in our fair city. I'm fired up. How you doing?
I'm good. It's been a hectic morning already. Trying to get this tailgate ready for tomorrow. Shout out to our friends over at Surfside. Had to buy some tables, had to do some things. Had to switch them over this morning and then traffic. And then I'm like, oh no, I forgot something important for the show. I had to turn around, come out and get it. And then all of a sudden I'm sitting in more traffic. I'm like, it's 7:43. I was like, am I going to make it on time? And then I'm sitting there. And then I make it to the interstate, and then the interstate was stopped. But we made it through.
Not to start the day with more stress on you, but since you brought the tailgate up, I was going to let you know this last night, but there's an issue down there with the parking on the street where we would normally park. We had discussed parking yesterday and the parking situation.
Just a bunch of construction.
Yeah. They're building a new building right there.
Okay.
And so
we can talk about it. We can talk about it off the air.
Typically where those parking spaces would be right there, that's now gravel.
Okay.
Which I didn't realize, I guess, until I remembered where our spot was at. I was driving down there yesterday. I was like, this could be an issue.
Okay. Well, we'll have to try to figure.
Yeah, we'll figure something out.
Figure it out during the break. But that's good. More stress. Although it's fine. It is what it is at this point. We'll all have fun.
Yeah. And that's what you get on a weekend like this. You know,
shout out to I do got to give a shout out to Danny White for coming through with 2 tickets for me again to make sure I was in the building. That's always nice. Worked out well for the LSU baseball series. So thank you, Danny, for stepping up. That's why you're my boy, Dr. Danny, my guy.
Dr. White.
Yeah, Dr. Danny, Dr. White, whatever you want to call him.
What color are you wearing for tomorrow?
I am wearing white, which that's another thing. Man, like I had a shirt that I'm in the white section. I was like, okay, boom, I got a great shirt I'll wear. Fits good, looks good. Bada boom, bada bing. Had a little bit of a slight stain on it, just a little bit of a stain. You probably wouldn't have been able to tell. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna put this dish soap on it, run it through the washer, get it out. Want to be looking to the dressed to the nines, feeling like a 10. So I was like, I'm gonna throw it in the washer last night. I had to watch a couple other things, and I made the mistake of putting some new navy blue sweatpants in there. And I'd always been taught that if you wash on cold water, that doesn't really happen. You ain't got to really worry about mix and matching the colors. You can kind of throw it all in there if you're washing on cold. But buddy, my shirt came out blue.
Oh no.
My shirt came out blue. My white tee came out a little blue. My khaki shorts turned gray. That was at about 11:30 last night as Jaden Daniels skipped his 4th down pass. I didn't even get to 225 yards, and he had 200. And I'm like, garbage time. All right, good. Here we go. Here's this little drive. Let's just get this. Give us an extra 25 yards, whatever. His game's over, Green Bay, and then he's out there skipping passes. I'm out on Jaden Daniels' bum.
Bum.
I'm out on the Commanders.
It's just a sophomore slump.
Bum. The film came in, and he's a fraud. So all that's happening. Then I get my clothes out, and I'm like, oh, my God, it's blue.
And that's why you separate the whites and the colors. That's what they've always said.
Well, I'd always heard if you watched on cold that you were okay, but those damn new sweatpants, they've absolutely wrecked me. Now, I will say, well, my old lady, I put one of her shirts in there that she was going to wear, and hers is all the way blue. She was like, what the hell is that? I was like,
thanks a lot, man.
It's your shirt. Yeah, she wasn't happy, but I was like, hey, you're the woman. You're supposed to be taking care of the laundry. I'm just a boy. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
That's a good point, too.
I said, I'm just a boy. I don't know what the hell to do. I just watch everything on cold and just throw it in there. Mine might have been salvageable. Mine just had some blue, like, little stains under the pits. And so I, put some stain remover on it, and I was like, I'm gonna put it back in the washer, and we'll see what happens. So you might still see me at tomorrow, and if it looks a little blue, don't say nothing, or else you're getting a knuckle sandwich.
Hey, John, that shirt looks a little blue.
Boom, knuckle sandwich.
Oh.
Now your eye looks blue.
Oh.
Now your eye looks blue. Leave me alone. Leave me alone. Sam, what's up, man? How are you?
I'm doing good. I actually had a very similar story. I was doing laundry last night, and that inward half polo that you like, John, the orange collar with like the stripes or whatever with the power T on it.
Yeah.
It also had a little bit of like a purple stain. I don't even have anything purple. And I looked at it. It was like the last thing that I was throwing into the washer. And luckily I caught it right before I put it into the dryer before it was too late. But yeah, I also had to do some stain removing, another cycle in the wash. We're all good though. We salvaged it. So I feel like that's a good sign for what's to come. I'm fired up. I'm feeling froggy this morning.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pumped up for that wedding. He's ready to go. Let's go.
It's going to be a big weekend.
Yeah.
It's going to be a lot of fun.
His Georgia Bulldogs and his
Here
wedding.
comes the bride. Here comes the bride.
Love that. Love that for you, Sam. Bubba, my boy, what's up, my dog?
Big dog.
What's up, big dog? Oh, oh, oh.
I will not be barking.
Bubba the big dog.
Bubba
the biggest
hound
dog
that's left in the pound.
Yeah, the hound
put down.
The hound that's left in the pound. Like, hey, you aren't going to have to worry about the Georgia Bulldogs because you're a bigger, meaner dog, and you can breathe and you can have sex without help. You're superior, Bubba.
One of those.
How we feeling? You good?
Mixed bag of emotions. I got my milk this morning, so I feel good about that.
Oh, hell, the first thing I do, Bubba, I check the chat, and they're all saying you had the video
and
muted.
One of the cameras, the sources got switched around, so now,
it's fixed. You're good to go?
Yeah,
That's why you're the best in the game, Bubba.
I wouldn't say
what are you
that.
going to do?
Either I'm too bleeped up or no volume, wrote in Dustin.
What are you going to do?
It could be the first.
It's not like it's the biggest show of the year.
Hopefully not. It's 8 a.m. Hopefully it's not too messed up, but
sometimes you got to put a little bourbon in your coffee,
Could have been a long Thursday night.
Today would be the day for that, man. Today would be the day. A little Kahlua. Oh, yeah.
But you're good over there? Bubba the big dog?
Yeah. Woke up. Almost died on the way here because of the sun. You're not tougher than the sun. Always remember that.
You're not.
The way the condensation on my car works, it just can't get rid of anything. It constantly fogs up. So I have to keep my windshield wipers on. And I've not found the way to combat this because my defrost doesn't really work.
We used to have a guy who worked here who would just drive with his head hanging out the window.
I partially did that this morning, but I get a little freaked out because hereditary. And I don't want a car to come by and just take my head off.
Spoiler alert. Spoiler alert.
Movie's been out for a couple of years. It's all right.
Spoiler alert.
Wait till the winter time. That's when it gets real tough. You get that ice on there. You damn sure can't get that off. That's going to be rough.
The icy windshield will be big on the 7 to 8 a.m. shift.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, especially on those sunny days. Sometimes you got to take a chance when you're switching lanes. Well, I hope nobody's over here.
They'll honk or they'll stop.
Yeah, if you kind of merge slowly, they'll get the idea of what you're doing.
Signal on for about 10 seconds, then just slowly start moving, and we'll see what happens.
Just lean your head out the window. Hey, I can't see. They'll understand.
You know what? It's a special Friday edition. It's a special Big Orange Friday edition. Sam, I want to put something on your plate. If people want to call in and talk and hang out with us, the phone lines are open. We don't typically do that. But, hey, if you want to call in, if you want to get fired up on this Big Orange Friday, who are we to slow you down? We'll open up the phone lines, 865-966-3435, if you want to weigh in on this Big Orange Friday, as long as you're calling in to talk about the Big Orange, the game of the year for the Vols, at least on paper. As we sit right now, heading into it. Could be something bigger down the line. You never know.
National championship.
Undefeated Oklahoma. Cody's Crimson Tide have rebounded. First place in the SEC. Hell, I don't know. But right now, this is the one we've been waiting for. We'll dive into it all day here on TalkSports. Sam, sinister break. We'll come back. We'll get to it.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is FANRUN Radio.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today. Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet. Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career.
Dick's House of Sport at West Town Mall is a destination devoted to sport, and it's your destination for exclusive events and experiences. Come visit a store like no other. Check out our 40-foot rock wall, golf performance center, hit tracks batting cage, and outdoor turf field. You can now rent our space for private events and birthday parties. Learn more about our events and exclusive product launches on Facebook and Instagram at Dick's House of Sport KNX. Dick's House of Sport, proud partner of Tennessee Athletics.
Today, we raise a glass of Jameson Irish whiskey to the sport of football. Hear, hear!
To Gaelic football, born in Ireland in 1885 in its thrilling blend of soccer, rugby and basketball. On a massive field, 15 players kick or hand pass a round ball to score points over a bar or into a net. No pads, no helmet, no sense.
Hear, hear!
To college football, which kicked off in 1869 when Rutgers beat Princeton 6-4 in the Battle of New Jersey. With 11 players and helmets and pads, teams battle on a 100-yard gridiron with explosive pass plays and hard-hitting tackles. Unless you're called for targeting.
Hear, hear! Since 1780, Jameson Irish whiskey has been enjoyed by sports fans all around the globe. Whether your football is Gaelic, American, or even soccer, we can all agree on super smooth Jameson Irish whiskey. Hear, hear!
Good morning. As traffic volume gets heavy out here in West Knoxville now, 40 East and West, trying to get past Pillsbury Parkway over the top of West Hills. Couple of wrecks in their clearing stages as it gets heavier through downtown Knoxville. 40 West, especially here at Hall of Fame. There was radar earlier coming down, 75 through certain parts of Campbell County and Anderson County as well. Fountain City Jewelers is your diamond engagement ring headquarters. Stop by this weekend and shop local at Fountain City Jewelers next to Litton's. I'm Commander Chuck with your on-time traffic.
Georgia.
I don't like the vibes. I don't like the insinuation.
I didn't choose this one. This is all on Big Mac.
That's terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
What's terrible about it?
It's a
Georgia's
song,
on our mind.
It's a song that is about the state of Georgia. It's their state song.
It's quite perfect.
It's their state song.
It's quite perfect.
Well, there's no vibe to it. There's no energy to it. It's a great song if you're riding around depressed thinking about your grandma who died in Georgia or something. But like,
you're one to talk.
It's
that
a
sad-ass country you put in the system.
It's a Bulldog song.
It's not a Bulldog song.
Yes, it is.
It's our
they
song.
They play it. It's not our song.
It's not from a Georgia perspective. It's from our perspective. Georgia's on our mind.
Thank you, Sam. Don't get us kicked off YouTube with that's a terrible thing. You gonna go play the damn working on a railroad next?
Typical. I try to do something for the show. It gets ridiculed.
That's terrible. It's a song.
That's in there.
Georgia fans love that song. That's a Georgia fan song.
Well, that don't make any damn sense.
How does it not? It's talking about how great the state of Georgia is.
What's on your mind right now? Georgia.
Neyland Stadium.
Georgia is on your
Neyland
mind.
Stadium.
Who's coming to play at Neyland Stadium?
See, that's the thing.
Who's coming in to play?
That's the thing is you've been so preoccupied on the opponent.
Oh,
It's about us.
Here comes the coach speak. Yeah.
It's about what we
Our
do.
focus is on us.
You made a terrible decision.
It's about how we play.
You made a terrible song decision. You
No,
don't have
I
to be
didn't.
defensive about it.
No, I
It was
didn't.
terrible.
It's a perfect decision.
It was absolutely brutal.
It was perfect for the show.
You played Georgia Bulldogs,
Perfect.
some of their favorite songs. You gonna play Sweet Home Alabama when we go down to Alabama?
I might.
Yeah, I know you will. I know you will.
I sure might.
Disgusting.
But wait until you hear the next song because that was Bubba's pick.
Well, Sam, it all falls on you now. If some nonsense like that gets played again, I'm
Sam loves the song.
It's a great song. If you're riding around
Sam
reminiscing on
mentioned
the
the
old
song
days
yesterday.
yeah, thinking about your granny.
I said it on Monday.
Thinking
Yeah,
about
like
your granny.
4 or 5 days out of the
Thinking about your
game.
Granny.
Georgia was on my mind on Monday.
Yeah.
Well, it should be on your mind on Friday.
And I said I was just feeling like Ray Charles. I wasn't like, singing the song. on
Yeah.
Monday.
You were singing its praises.
Neyland Stadium.
It's a great song.
Neyland
It's a good
Stadium
song, but
mind.
like
It's
not
great.
this week.
It's a great song.
An absolutely
It's a perfect
brutal
song
decision
for the week.
It was a terrible decision. Terrible. Terrible, terrible, terrible.
You're a terrible decision.
Well, that's what my parents used to say to each other when they'd get mad at each other.
Well, that's not good.
We
Bob
knew
texted me and said we should have gone with Devil Went Down to Georgia.
we're not going to
Well,
Georgia.
See, I thought about that, but we're not going to Georgia.
If we were going
This
to
one
Georgia,
made more sense.
It at least has some better vibes
They
than
both
just
sucked.
putting me to sleep.
They both sucked. They both sucked.
I had some good energy in that first segment, and after that song played, I feel like I wanted to go back to bed.
Well, go on then.
I'm still here. I'm not.
I've always said my favorite Charlie was Charlie Daniels.
Cool. What does that have to do with anything? What the hell does that have to do with anything, Bubba? If we're going to play Charlie Daniels, he's got a version of Rocky Top, right? He's got a pretty good live version of Rocky Top we could have played.
You'd always play Legend of the Woolly Swamp. That's in there.
I was in a good mood, too. Now I'm just disgusted. Tennessee made it official yesterday, or she made it official. ESPN made it official. Candace Parker will be your game day picker.
Shout out to me. Well, you buffoons argued all week. I just said, why don't we run the ball with Candace Parker?
Buffoons?
I don't think I said anything negative about Candace Parker. What the hell is that implication
Hey,
there, Sam?
I just know that if John had mentioned Candace Parker, he would have been, shout out to me.
What
for
the hell is
for
that
putting
supposed
one
to
out
mean?
on
Why are you
there.
attacking me? You pat yourself on the back way more than I pat myself on the back. Yesterday, 2 for 2. Now this
The
morning,
first time I've ever done that?
and then you followed up this morning. I mean, you've been on the show for a damn
2
week, and we
times?
got.
I feel like, John, you average about like 4 or 5 a show.
I don't think that's accurate at all.
Cody's shaking his head.
I gotta
Well,
say,
he's a moron. Is that the ally you want?
You're a jackass.
Sure.
I gotta say, Sam. I gotta say, Sam has been pretty right about some things this week. Pretty right about some things. He said immediately when they apprehended that old man a couple days ago, he's like, "That guy didn't do it." He was right.
That was another time you reminded us. He said that yesterday too.
The internet
4
ran
times.
with it. He's like, "That old man didn't do that."
Yeah.
He was correct.
It's hard being so right.
You can't be right all the time, Sam.
No, you can't.
Don't get too.
I hope I'm wrong this weekend.
Don't get too.
I hope I've gotten all my rights out of the way,
let's
and
see.
Tennessee goes and wins.
Yeah, let's see how you feel on Monday. And if Tennessee loses to Georgia, you come in and be like, "We told you so." I don't know how I'm going to feel about that. You know what, Cody? It wasn't your fault you played Georgia on your mind. It was a stupid decision, but he's the one who pressed the button. It's Sam's fault. Good job, Sam. Way to go. Way to ruin the vibe of the show. Big Orange Friday out here playing damn Georgia on my mind.
We've designed this whole system so that, the guy behind the board just has to press a button.
It's true. It's very true.
People in the chat are saying my shirt doesn't look orange. Does it look orange to you guys? Am I not partaking in Big Orange Friday?
It's Clemson orange. Looks like something Dabo might be wearing.
I'm just trying to support our great sponsors at Inward Half. It's a great looking shirt. I mean,
It is a great shirt.
And now you guys are on
And it
here
is
saying
orange.
I look peach and like a Clemson fan. It looks orange to me.
Oh, you know where peaches come from, don't you? Well. My, how the turntables.
You don't even watch The Office. I don't even think you can use that saying. You always make fun of The Office. Pick a lane, bro. Are you an Office fan, or are you going to steal the quotes? Which one are you?
Pick a lane.
Yeah. Do you hate it, or are you going to steal the quotes? Candace Parker, she wins out. She will be representing Tennessee on the celebrity desk. Do anybody your age and your circle still go to game day? Anybody still do that? No? You got anybody wanting to go over there, Cody?
I talked to a fella yesterday who said he's camping out tonight.
College kid?
Yep.
On campus? Okay.
Yep. He said that he really wants to do the Pat McAfee field goal kick.
Nice, yeah.
And he said that in order to do that, you have to be one of the first 200 in line, and they then randomly they draw out of the first 200 people in line.
That's how they do it?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I was like, well, I don't think your odds seem all that good. I'd like for me, it wouldn't be worth camping out overnight, but hey,
1 in 200 shot at like 200K.
Yeah,
as a college kid, I'd be taking that.
They got to pick somebody to do it.
Well, also, I would imagine. I mean, maybe no one's going unless they want to be a field goal kicker. Maybe that's the reason. But I was going to say there might be some people that like, I don't want to do it. I know I'm not going to make it. I don't want to embarrass myself. So
he said he did have kicking experience. He kicked a 50-yard field goal in high school.
Okay.
So
I think you roll the dice. I mean, didn't you used to do that with Kill Tony? That's the same kind of odds. You try to go there and sign up and get on stage at the comedian thing. Same type of odds.
But Kill Tony would pick 6 to 8. I mean, your odds were a little better getting picked. Like it's not 1 in 200.
Yeah.
Are the odds a little bit better? Because I asked this: how many women have they had kicking the field goal on game day? Because if you take away all the women from that 200-person line, you could be left with 110.
They'll let women kick too, Bubba.
I haven't seen Pat McAfee pick a woman.
Women can kick field goals too.
I know they can try.
Whoa!
You saying Pat McAfee doesn't pick the women?
And you're saying women can't make field goals? Did you not watch that Sarah girl from Vanderbilt?
Guess not.
Sarah,
did she attempt a field goal, or did they just put her out for extra points?
That's a good question.
I want to say she made a field goal, or she attempted. I want to say,
didn't she kick a field goal against us?
I can't remember. I don't know.
I don't think they let her kick deep ones. I want to say they let her try some short ones.
35 and in.
Yeah, I might be wrong on that, but game day, check. Now we just got to wait for actual game day. As we sit here on this Friday morning, Cody, has your confidence gotten higher as the week goes on, or have you gotten scared as the week goes on?
My confidence always gets higher as the week goes on.
Okay.
Because I don't start the week. I pace myself, I don't start the week on Monday saying, "Oh, we're gonna whip Georgia's ass." It's a slow burn for me. By the time I walk in the stadium tomorrow, I'll be very much fired up. But I'm starting to feel it more and more. You can feel the energy beginning on Thursday evening, typically, because people start getting into town. And by the time you leave whatever job you're at today or whatever you're doing today, by the time you go drive around later, there's going to be a lot of traffic. You're going to feel the energy. It's just a huge, huge alumni weekend. It's the game everybody wants to come in for. It's Tennessee, Georgia. So I'm feeling more confident as the week goes on.
I feel like as the week goes on, from what I've seen in online discourse, Georgia fans have gotten more confident as well.
Yeah, well,
they haven't done the whole "woe is me" thing as much. They've started kind of beating their chests again. At the beginning of the week, they were worried about their team. As the week has gone on, they have done the whole 8 in a row thing, and we're Georgia, and we don't lose. Blah blah blah.
They keep seeing all the damn media picking Tennessee. I mean, we're the hot pick this week. Everybody's on Tennessee. Rick Neuheisel, I just watched a clip from him saying that our defense is the one that looks like a Georgia defense.
I think that's one of only 2 guys I've seen pick us, though, actually.
What do you mean? Everybody's picking us.
Like who?
Joel Klatt did, and then he flipped.
Yeah, I was going to say he picked Georgia.
I'm aware. And then there were others there were others. I mean, I don't know exactly who they are, but William's been tweeting them out all week. I'd have to go through the list, but there's several national media guys that are on Tennessee.
I think they all teased it and then all flipped. Like all the ones that I see talk. I've seen two people. I've seen what you just watched with Neuheisel, and I saw Ari Wasserman from On3 that does the podcast with Andy Staples.
Well, there's more than that. I don't have.
I know. Just going through the list of people that people care about or people look at. Our boy SEC Mike, he picked Georgia. Josh Pate picked Georgia. JD Pickell picked Georgia. Andy Staples picked Georgia. I don't know if I'm missing people. That's why I'm asking who. You said a lot of people, but you couldn't really name any, so I'm curious.
Yeah, I don't know them off the top of my head. Let me go find them.
I saw a lot of people flirting with the idea. A lot of the people flirted with Tennessee, but kind of like Georgia fans, as the week goes, as the week has gone on, they've kind of gone with the Brooks Austin approach of just, hey, I'm going to pick Georgia until they prove me wrong.
Pete Thamel.
Okay, we got Pete.
He picks Tennessee.
Okay, we got Pete.
More rat poison, as William puts on the graphic.
Who else besides Pete?
Well, I'll let you know when I find him.
Okay. Oh, no.
Joey Aguilar.
Oh, no.
What?
I'm looking at ESPN.com right now, and they got like a college football betting. Are the Vols a good bet at home? Oh, no.
The girls on us?
The girl said Tennessee plus 3.5 is still playable.
Okay, just plus 3.5?
Yeah, just playable. Oh, no. The
Pamela's on us?
The cooler. The person the casino sends over to the dice table to mess up the vibe. She has picked us.
Changing 500.
The matchup points to one thing. Tennessee can cover 3.5 and has every chance to win outright. So I will say, reading this, she doesn't straight up say give her Tennessee.
Squirrel finds a nut every once in a while.
She doesn't pick us to win. She just keeps saying can, not will.
You can do anything.
Yeah.
The Pope.
I don't think the Pope actually picked us.
Pretty sure the Pope's on us.
No.
He would have gotten a Georgia jersey this week if he wanted them.
Yeah,
or maybe he's like, hey, I need
definitely on Tennessee.
Maybe he's like, hey, I need to pray for Tennessee. So has your journey just turned up Pete Thamel?
Yeah, so far Pete Thamel.
Okay.
So point proven.
No, you said I said many people are picking Georgia. Like, everybody's picking Tennessee, and you gave me one guy.
Peyton Manning.
Most people are still picking Georgia.
Let's see, John Henderson, Phil Fulmer. Lot of people with voices out there picking Tennessee.
Cody's picking Georgia. Sam's picking Georgia.
I'm not. You don't tell people what I'm doing.
Bubba, I feel like he's balled up. But hell, he's a wild card. He could pick Tennessee at the beginning of the show and Georgia at the end of the show. Who knows that guy?
Nobody knows who I'm picking. I make my pick at the end of the show.
The vibe has shifted a little bit from a woe is me, Tennessee's so much better, Gunnar Stockton can't move the ball, to, hey, we're Georgia. We don't lose to Tennessee.
At the end of the day, who gives a damn what anybody's picking? It's about what the men in that locker room, it's about them. It's about what they do.
Ultimately, I agree, but I do think it matters what the vibe is going into the stadium. I do think it matters what the vibe is inside Neyland Stadium with the fan base. I've been in there whenever people haven't really thought we were going to win, and that can get ugly a little bit. You can feel that. I do believe that when people have that here we go again type of mentality.
Well, yeah, if it's 2012 and you're playing Alabama, sure. But I don't think anybody's worried about that in terms of a I don't. Do you worry at all about a lopsided score?
Maybe this is the homer in me. I think Tennessee has a much better chance of having a lopsided score than the other way around. Like, I don't think either one of them is going to be lopsided, just to be clear. Like, I don't think either of them is going to be lopsided. But, like, I would be more surprised if Georgia blew Tennessee out than I would be if Tennessee won by, like, 17 or more. Sam's making a face. I know you're Bulldog Sam, but just logically, like,
Sanford Sam.
To me, the path there, my logic there is we have questions about their quarterback. I could see him melting down and then it just completely getting away from them versus like
I think sometimes you've seen a Georgia meltdown from their quarterback that's just resulted in a blow. Has Kirby Smart been blown out at Georgia?
Last year against Ole Miss, they lost by 17. I mean,
I don't have Jackson Dart in the building, I don't think.
Well, that's fine, but like I don't think it was Jackson Dart that it wasn't like Ole Miss came out and scored 40 points.
Kicker.
Ole Miss didn't do it by scoring 40. They scored it. Didn't Georgia only score 7 points?
I just don't know if I can what if Heupel scored 17 at most against Georgia in his entire tenure?
Yeah.
I just can't see us blowing Kirby out all of a sudden.
Please make sure everyone notes I am not predicting Tennessee to blow them out. I just don't see them coming in and blowing us out. I think,
I'm just saying that like the trends in the past have been more in line with Georgia blowing us out than us getting close to blowing them out.
Sure, 100%.
I don't think we can win this game by more than 10 points if we win it.
You don't think we can? I disagree. I think the path to Tennessee winning is Gunnar Stockton being bad. And if Gunnar Stockton is bad, I think there's an easy path or a very realistic path that they scored 10 points in this game. Like they scored, was it only 7 last year against Ole Miss? Was it 24-7? Was that the final? I know they scored on their first drive, but I don't think they scored again after that, did they?
I was thinking like 28-10 or something.
Maybe it was 27-10 or 28-10. Either way, they didn't score more than 10 points. We all agree on that, right? Like memory doesn't tell me they scored more than that.
Let me go look.
I know they scored a touchdown.
28-10.
Okay, they scored a touchdown on their opening drive.
I know everything.
And then that was it. So like that was with Carson Beck.
Carson.
So, don't tell me that Kirby Smart ain't been blown out, Sam. He got blown out last year.
I will be shocked if Tennessee's able to hold Georgia to 59 yards rushing on Saturday.
Boy, that'd be nice, wouldn't it?
I was surprised to hear this. Our boy SEC Mike, I did a YouTube video with him. If you want to go watch it after the show, and he pointed out, I knew Georgia struggled with running the ball a little bit, but I don't think I fully realized they were 15th in the SEC last year in rushing.
They were like 115th in the country.
Yeah,
they were bad.
So, like, why do you think that it's impossible for us to hold them to 59 or 60 yards on running the ball? They haven't really been able to run the ball the last year and a half or year and 2 games.
A lot of it's
through 2 games.
I didn't think they ran the ball great. I mean, like, I know like their stats look better than 115th in the country, but like I think we went through and I didn't think they looked very dominant in their run game against 2 overmatched opponents. We've talked about them getting stopped on the goal line against Austin Peay. Like I don't think they're necessarily pushing people around like
they used to.
Yeah, and like Brooks Austin was talking about with their run game.
Well, a lot of it's that G on the helmet. A lot of it's that G on the helmet.
Right, but that G on the helmet went 15th in the SEC last year running the ball.
I know, but if it was Kentucky, we'd feel a lot different about it. We give Kirby Smart a lot of credit, I think, is what that comes down to. Georgia as a program gets a lot of credit.
I mean, last year they couldn't run the ball against you. Now the difference was Carson Beck went absolutely nuclear after the first quarter.
We're like 14th in the SEC right now in pass defense, so. Yeah, I don't think anybody believes that Gunnar Stockton's as good as Carson Beck, though.
I'm not worried about, and I don't know how you guys feel, but like you tell me we're 14th in pass defense in the SEC.
Yeah, but we've been up big on teams.
Yeah,
they're throwing the ball, trying to get back in it.
And to me, that's 2 games. Like if Georgia was 15th in the SEC this year, I wouldn't even really look at that because it'd be 2 games.
Yeah, there's not a lot of data there.
But the fact they did it all last year, to me, matters.
Are you're telling me Georgia was 15th in the SEC in rushing?
That's what
last year.
That's what SEC Mike told me. That's what he said. I trust him. He looked it up as we were talking and said, "Yep, they were 15th."
It does surprise me.
I mean, they ran the ball 31 times against us last year for 106 yards.
It surprises me to hear that.
Now their running backs would be even worse because like Carson Beck had 3 carries for 32 yards. So if you remove that, like their running backs ran the ball against us 28 times for 74 yards. Now I know the quarterback scramble is a part of it, and I'm not going to completely remove that. I'm just saying their offensive line designed runs. They didn't get a push. Now you could tell me that our defensive line last year was better, and I would agree.
Yeah, no doubt about it.
Like I understand that. To be fair,
we've also got Arian Carter back, though.
We've also got a home field advantage, and I maintain that the run defense and the defensive line in general is affected the most positively by a raucous home crowd. So, like, I don't expect Georgia to be able to come in and just, like, run the ball at will down our throats.
Well, that would be my only fear in this game. I think otherwise we look like the better team.
Through 2 games, like I said, I'm not going to really worry about that too much. But also, like, is it not fair to say that Georgia didn't look very good for most of last year?
Other than that Alabama game in the
it was just
in the second half,
the third and half of the fourth quarter or whatever it was. But like,
and against us
and Texas, I mean, it's like
they own Texas.
You can say in their big games they rose to the occasion.
They were
the most
inconsistent last year,
but like they didn't rise to the occasion. I mean, really, in the first half they sleptwalk against Alabama. So like, Sam asked a question about them getting blown out. Now they did battle back in that second half.
They were getting blown out
but yeah, they were getting blown out.
Yeah,
they were getting blown out. Now they didn't buckle. They didn't buckle, and I give them credit for that. But like, I do wonder what happens if it was last year, that type of performance on Saturday against Alabama, and all of a sudden Carson Beck ain't out there. A guy's been through the wars, and all of a sudden you're with Gunnar Stockton trying to come back. To me, that's a little bit of a different story.
There's 2 ways to look at it. It's it's what kind of motivated Georgia do you get? Like, because they whipped our ass in the second half. They whipped Alabama's ass in the second half, and they whipped Texas's ass for the game. So you can take that Georgia, or you can take the Georgia that got their ass whipped by Ole Miss and barely beat Kentucky.
Don't forget 8 overtimes at Georgia Tech.
Yeah, that crazy affair there.
Well, here's what I would say. The 4 road games Georgia had last year at Kentucky. Do you remember that Kentucky game, Sports Boy?
You talking to me? Or
yeah,
Sam?
The score? No, you're the score guy. You remember that game?
That game was like, it was a 1-point game, wasn't it? Like 14 or 17-16 or 14-13 or
13-12.
Yeah.
13-12 at Kentucky. Then the next road game was after the bye week. That was the Alabama game where they come out, and what was that score at halftime?
I want to say Bama was up like 28-0 in that game, or was it 24-0?
I know it was 30-7 at halftime. I don't know exactly what the
Alabama was whipping.
Yeah, it was 28-0, 28-0, then 30-7 at halftime.
So there was a safety there. I don't remember.
Yeah, they got a safety. October 19th, they went to Texas. They won that game 30-15.
They hammered Texas.
Their other road game of the season at Ole Miss, a 28-10 loss.
So for the most part, a lot of time they look bad on the road.
I mean, I feel like that's a fair thing to point out from last year, right?
Yeah, but you could also say that second half Alabama and Texas, like, they were definitely up for those moments.
Sure, but they still lost Alabama.
Yeah.
And look, I said it, like Carson Beck threw for 439 yards in that game against Alabama. Like, I don't know if Gunnar Stockton would have it in him to bring them back.
Right.
Carson Beck was an old guy that had some reps that had done some, at least taken them to the playoff, right? Did they go to the playoff at 23? Am I misremembering that?
Georgia.
No, they missed out on the playoff after losing to Alabama in the SEC championship. Is that right?
Yeah. Michigan beat Alabama. Washington beat Texas.
Yeah, they missed out after losing to Alabama. Then they beat the hell out of Florida State. That's how that went.
Yeah.
So Carson Beck didn't have any playoff experience, but he at least had played a season. It was supposed to be like a first-round pick type of guy.
So you maintain that Gunnar Stockton ain't that guy?
Well, I think Carson Beck struggled on the road last year too. Like I don't buy into the big bad boogeyman Georgia the same way that others do. Now they've kicked our ass, and then look, full disclosure, I am acknowledging that they have kicked our ass.
It's Kirby Smart, man. That's the thing. It's Kirby Smart.
But I've also been maintaining the entire time. Maybe this is what Sam's talking about with me saying I'm right. But I'm just saying I'm being consistent with my take that I didn't think at 21 or 23 Tennessee had much of a chance at home against Georgia. Just when you looked at the teams. Like first year, Josh Heupel.
Right.
I never bought into Joe Milton. I didn't think that team was good enough. I didn't think he was good enough to beat Georgia. they came in and beat us there. Like, I've wanted to see them have to do it against a team that's competent and a team that's good. Maybe this team that Tennessee has isn't that. Like, there's a chance that we are completely overrating Joey Aguilar, that we are completely overrating Tennessee based off of beating a Syracuse team that struggled with UConn and beating up on ETSU.
That's my fear.
Those things are possible. That is also a scenario here. There's a chance that we're looking at this Tennessee as being good because it's top 15 and we're playing Georgia early in the season. There's a chance that if we played this game in October or November, Tennessee wouldn't be in the top 15, and we'd look at this and say, Georgia's got so much more talent than us again. Maybe that's the way it plays out. It's not the way it feels right here, right now.
That's my fear. Exactly what you said is that we're overrating Joey Aguilar and his abilities. That's what scares me a little bit about the game, because I've seen that path before. I've seen us do that before. Did it with Nico. I do think it's a lot different. Like, it feels a lot different having the experienced quarterback in there, a guy who's played a lot of college football. It feels like we're not overrating him, but that is in the back of my mind, as you know.
Well, you talked about Nico, but keep in mind, Nico did go undefeated at home. Even Nico.
On the back of his defense.
It doesn't matter.
And his running game.
Even Nico went undefeated at home.
Yeah, but I'm just saying it's a team effort. Like, you got to have those two things too for Nico to go undefeated.
Tennessee went undefeated at home last year with a quarterback that many people have deemed not good.
Right, and so you think if you have a better quarterback, logically,
I think
maybe you have the potential to do that again.
I think through 2 games, I think people feel confident that the running game is just as good as it was last year, if not better.
I think so. Yep. The defense, I think, still got some questions.
It does.
Remains to be seen a little bit.
We'll find out about the defense. The defense just.
You probably feel better about the quarterback, worse about the defense, and the same about the running game.
I would say I feel worse about the defense, better about the quarterback, and I feel better about the run game, just with having multiple guys.
At least the same.
Yeah. At least the same at the very least. But I personally feel better. I don't know.
I'm probably more with you on feeling better about the run game, honestly. Yeah.
It's going to be interesting to see what they do with the offensive line.
Got some injury updates from the guys over at VolQuest as we get set for this game. An update on Jackson Moy and David Sanders. We'll get into that after the break. It's Talk Sports on FanRun Radio.
Can't get enough FanRun Radio? Download the free FanRun app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
White Claw is taking hard seltzer to new heights with White Claw Surge. At 8% alcohol, White Claw Surge is a stronger wave of refreshment that doesn't compromise on taste. Available in 4 bold waves of flavor like ripe blackberry, citrusy blood orange, zesty natural lime, and tart cranberry. Check out your favorite retailer in-store and online for the White Claw Surge Variety 12-pack and 16-ounce single-serve cans. White Claw Surge. Please drink responsibly.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor, but we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220 or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans. with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them FanRun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
With over 60 years of experience in the industry, Merritt Garage Doors has a wealth of expertise in commercial overhead doors in the East Tennessee area. Merritt offers a wide range of door styles like sectionals, rolling steel, high-speed, and sheet doors. They also supply and install a wide range of dock equipment. If your business is in need of overhead doors, no matter the type, look no further than Merritt Garage Door, Knoxville's best and most trusted overhead door company. Contact them anytime for a free estimate at 865-933-5319 or online at merrittgaragedoor.com.
Dick's House of Sports from 6 o'clock to 7:30. Fans will have a chance to meet VFL and legend Joey Kent as he will be there celebrating the launch of that legendary play collection in collaboration with Logo Brands. Kent will be in store, like I said, from 6 until 7:30. The first 150 fans in line will receive a wristband for the event. One photo per customer, and if you buy a product from that legendary play, you will get the option to have an autograph on it. For more information, go to d.sg/Joey Kent. d.sg Joey Kent. We hope there are some legendary plays in Tennessee's favor on Saturday. Cody, the updates this morning on David Sanders was not exactly positive. Said there'd have to be some real progress made and some things change today for David Sanders to be out there tomorrow, which is a little maddening.
It's maddening, but I'm okay with it for this week. I mean, I said earlier in the week that I think you kind of roll with what you got consistency-wise on the O-line.
You did?
I did say that, yeah.
Well, I was not saying it with a question mark. I was saying you did, period.
Yeah, I just I don't think you mess with that after the way those guys have looked the first couple of weeks. That's not to say you don't work David Sanders in there at some point, obviously. Like I think I'd just do it next week if he's ready to go. I think UAB makes a lot more sense for tweaking things.
You go in there and you push Georgia around, it'd be hard to mess with that offensive line at all at that point.
Well, yeah, that's
you go in there and your offensive line handles its own. It's hard to tell one of those guys ahead to the bench.
Yeah, but also it's hard not to play a guy who's
the highest paid player on your team, probably.
Yeah, I mean, so it's tricky there, but
I just feel like when we've talked about what we said earlier in the week with like still the gap of blue chip players being 40-something guys, like let's get one of our blue chip guys out there against one of theirs.
Well, that's how I felt too. Now that was assuming David Sanders was going to be healthy, because I think we've been a little bit misled on his injury updates. After he missed Syracuse, the whole narrative was, it's precautionary. He would have played if it was a Georgia week. He'd be fine. And then, he'll be ready for ETSU. Then ETSU comes up. Actually, he's still not ready, but don't worry.
I tell you what's going to be really fun is if we can find a way to win this game and then we get our team healthy.
Oh, yeah.
Like if we check this box with what we've got right now, I not making excuses like if we lose, like, I wish we were healthy. But if you can find a way to win this game, then you look
back on the D-line.
Yeah, you look down the road.
Boy.
Yeah. You get Jermod McCoy back. Maybe Ricky Gibson.
I don't think you're getting Ricky Gibson.
It's not going to happen.
I don't think so. I think he's done for the year. I feel pretty confident.
Is that injury wise?
Yeah.
Well, I think you'd roll with Jermod McCoy and Colton Hood.
Yeah, no, I mean, there's a chance that if you could win this game, like you're saying, then all of a sudden, that Mississippi State game, or maybe it's after the bye week against Arkansas, you could add a 5-star blue chip offensive tackle and a first-round, pick that was picked to be an All-American at corner. Like, you're adding two bluest of blue chippers, one a high school blue chip, the other a proven college blue chipper. Of course, McCoy was like a 2-star coming out of high school, but as turned into a blue chipper when you actually watch him play. He's an All-American. He's an NFL talent. Yeah, that would be nice. That would be nice. That would be huge, additions. It'd be like an NFL team or a basketball team hitting the trade market and like bringing in some big pieces at the trade deadline. It's kind of what that would be like, except you'd just be adding, your own players that are already familiar with the system and playbook.
Like adding Micah Parsons to the Packers.
In a way, yeah. In a way, yeah, it would be. McCoy's that type of difference maker.
I was trying to think last night about the last loss I saw in Neyland Stadium, and I can't remember.
Mine would be Ole Miss in 21.
See, I don't think I went to any games in 21.
Mine was Ole Miss in 21. Because we didn't lose any in 22 or 24, and I didn't go to any of the losses in 23. Now, I've seen losses in person, of course. Like, I've seen, us lose to Ohio State. But, like, inside Neyland Stadium, it would be Ole Miss.
I think mine would have been pre-COVID.
Well, there's a lot to choose from pre-COVID.
Yeah.
There's a lot to choose
Maybe
from.
it would have been Georgia. I was trying to think. Was I there in 19 maybe when we played Georgia? But it's been a while.
A positive updates. We got a couple on the lines. According to the guys over at VolQuest, there does appear to be more optimism that Tyree Weathersby will be able to play. And Jackson Moy is just going to be basically a pain tolerance issue. Which, when you tell me that's the case, typically with linemen and typically in big games, I'm almost always going to assume that the players are going to find a way to go out there and tough it out. Now, whether or not he can go out there and be, playing as many snaps as he would in regular situations, maybe not. But I do think if it's just a pain tolerance situation and you combine that with, was it Wednesday, I believe, he tweeted out, maybe Thursday, he tweeted out yesterday, a picture of him on the field.
Mm-hmm.
To me, that's him saying, I'm playing. And that could be completely wrong, but to me, you tweet yourself on the field, that to me is you saying, hey, I'll be out there. And then you tell me it's just a pain tolerance thing. Most of these guys are warriors, and most of these guys are going to find a way to get out there and play in a game like this. Like,
he doesn't strike me as hey, it's hurting a little bit, I'm going to sit this one out type of guy.
No, very few defensive linemen do. You know what I mean? Like, very few linemen in general do. Like, and if they do strike you as that way, chances are they're not very good anyways.
He'll find a way to numb the pain.
Right. And even if they can't numb the pain, I think you go out there and you just deal with it. Or you give it a go at least. Maybe you get out there and after a couple of hits, you're like, you know what? I can't do it. I can't play. But I do think you'll get him back. So adding him and Weathersby back, if that is to happen, that does help your defensive line. You've been worried about the defensive line.
I've been worried about the defensive tackles specifically, just the interior D-line, just because I know what we lost from last year. But when you tell me Georgia's 15th in the SEC in rushing last year, I'm like, well, maybe I shouldn't be so worried. I don't know. But then I got Brooks telling me how good they look running the damn ball. So that's a matchup I'm interested in. Another thing, too, is getting a pass rush in this game. That's going to be critical because you didn't get that at all last year.
Well,
got to get home.
I wonder. A couple of times when we tried to get home, we jumped off sides. So I think we were just a little shell shocked after the first quarter too, because that's when the game changed last year. Is when we had that offsides on third down. It was like a third and medium to long. We jump off sides. They get a free play. Carson Beck hits a pass across the middle for like 30 yards, and then they're off and running. And then he was balling the rest of the game. I want to say he came out and started like 2 for 7, 2 for 9, something like that.
Yeah, we had some bad penalties last year.
2 for 9, I believe, is the number he started. Like, he struggled, and then all of a sudden he jumped off sides and he got really hot and he ends up with 330 passing yards and kind of picked us apart. as far as the pass rush goes, I've been saying the defensive line should be helped at home, but also wonder if Tim Banks watched that film from 24 of him just trying to sit back in zone and getting picked apart and saying, you know what, we got to still be sending some pressure. We still got to send some blitzes here. Hey, we got to get home.
As Johnny Majors once said, attack, attack, attack.
Hour 1 of the books. We'll kick off hour 2 with some headlines. Phone lines are open if you want to hop on and chat with us, chop it up, give us a shout. It's Talk Sports right here on FANRUN Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans, FANRUN Radio.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, FANRUN Radio.
Hey Knoxville, Surfside iced tea and vodka made with real brewed tea is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka. Sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Whether you are buying or selling a home or even looking for some land to build on and start a family, be sure to give Reed Emerson with Better Homes and Gardens Real Estate Heritage Group a shout. He is a longtime listener and supporter of FANRUN and has been serving the Mid-State for many years. Reed prides himself on his hassle-free and honest approach, and that's because he's not just chasing another commission. He wants what is best for his clients. Give Reed Emerson a call or text him today to get the process started. His number is 931-492-0418, or you can find him online at bhgheritagegroup.com.
Are you tired of waiting on interest rates to drop before you start saving money? I'm Chris Burleson with University Lending Group, and I've got a better way. With a traditional closed-end mortgage, most of your payment goes straight to interest, not your balance. But with my Smart Loan, every deposit you make cuts your principal immediately and reduces interest in real time. On average, my clients pay off their mortgage in just 7 years. Call me today at 865-388-7634 or visit smartloantn.com and let's turn your income into financial freedom. NMLS number 332-941.
Got a problem tree looming over your home? Call ECR Total Landscapes. Whether it's trimming, removal, or storm cleanup, our certified pros get the job done safely and efficiently. We're licensed, insured, and ready 24/7 for emergency calls. Big or small, we cut them all. ECR Total Landscapes. Call now for a free estimate, 865-384-2012, and mention promo code FANRUN for free stump grinding on any tree removal now through the end of the year. Also, visit us at ecrtotallandscapes.com.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them FANRUN sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Truth is my goal. Controversy is my gem. I'll do 100 reps of controversy for a 6-pack of truth.
You're listening to Talk Sports.
Too much emphasis is put on originality. Feel free to take ideas and update them at your will. All great artists take and update, except for us.
It's true. We're 100% original.
We're not stealing content for this segment.
That's right.
Not at all.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Cars have 4 wheels. Hoodies have hoods. It's amusing to me when someone says, this is an original hoodie. Bro. It's a hoodie. It's a hoodie. I can't do this.
On 1340 WKGN.
I am Warhol. I am the #1 most impactful artist of our generation. I am Shakespeare in the flesh. Walt Disney.
Hour number 2. Kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer this weekend. But drink a lot of water today. That's a reminder. Let me take a sip here. Gotta stay hydrated. Please drink responsibly. Let's have ourselves a weekend. Have yourself a Friday. Damn sure have yourself a Saturday. Cody, let's hit some headlines. What you got, big dog?
Thanks, John. The Packers defeated the Commanders last night, 27-18 on Thursday Night Football. It was a nice, easy cover on the 3.5.
Oh, yeah, pretty easy. Pretty easy.
Washington made it interesting there when it was 17-10. Packers pretty much dominated the whole game, but
Commanders did get the ball back with 1:50 left. The back door was open a little bit.
It was possible,
to go down there, but Jaden Daniels running for his life, scared. The Commanders were old coming into the game, like this season. Last year it kind of worked, like, hey, we just get a bunch of veterans that know how to win, and we'll hope that the easy schedule sends us to victory. And then this year, those guys got a little bit older, and you saw, one guy broke his leg. He wasn't old, but he broke his leg on a damn extra point. That sucked. Austin Eckler, who is old, popped his Achilles trying to cut up the field.
He is feared to have a torn Achilles. Yes.
I imagine that's the end of his career.
Jaden Reed breaks his collarbone.
Yeah, he's a Packer, and he's young. But, yeah, he broke his collarbone on the first drive.
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't cover Tucker Kraft. I didn't like the vibe with the Commanders all this offseason. I thought they would struggle to make the playoffs, and through 2 games, I feel pretty confident that they will struggle. And at this point, I would say they missed the playoffs. I'd bet on them to miss the playoffs.
I feel pretty confident right now in saying the Packers are the best team in the NFC, just based on what I've seen the first 2 weeks. Now, Philadelphia is still Philadelphia. I mean, they could get it together and be there by the time the playoffs roll around. But I think right now Green Bay looks great. Naturally, I'm playing.
Hold on, because I do think the Packers got to play 2 games. But if the Eagles beat the Chiefs, does that change? Because the Eagles got the Chiefs on Sunday.
I don't think the Chiefs are anything special. So we'll see.
Okay.
Like if Philadelphia comes out and blows them out like they did in the Super Bowl and just beats their ass down, then that'd be pretty impressive.
I still feel like Jordan Love was like missing on a couple passes. Like they could have really blown the Commanders out, I thought, in that game.
Yeah,
Matthew Golden open just wide in a couple of those.
Nobody's perfect.
I have been really, really impressed with the Packers defense.
Yeah, it's
and
disgusting.
I've been really, really impressed with the Packers scripted offense. Like the first quarter, they're a great offense. After the first quarter, they kind of stink on offense.
I thought it was really impressive last night when Washington scored to make it 17-10, and Matt LaFleur had just saved a few things, and they just drove right down the field on him.
Yep.
And answered that touchdown and got up 24-10. That was a really impressive drive to me. That looked like a championship drive.
Their defense is championship good, though. Their defense is top 5 in the league, and it might be, 1 or 2.
They just got like an absolute football nut in there as their DC now. He's the Boston College head coach that just said, I hate NIL. I just want to
hate recruiting
room and do X's and O's.
Yep. And they were showing him and showing his defenses, and there weren't a lot of places for Jaden Daniels to go with the ball, and he didn't have a lot of time to think about it because the pass rush would get there. But Jeff Hadley seems like a stud coordinator, and LaFleur's pretty good on offense, so they got the pieces.
What about the white helmets?
I like the whiteout look. I always like the all white look.
I kind of like the Packers just getting in their classic stuff.
You mean it's like wearing the
like
green
a white helmet? Just
I'm going against Tucker Kraft in fantasy, naturally. He had the best game of a Packers tight end since 1996. So that's good.
Mark Chimura?
That was nice to see.
Was that who it was?
I don't know. I don't remember who it was. It was like he had like the most yards from a tight end since some time back in the day. I don't know. But
okay.
Yeah, it was a nice night for him.
Packers are good, but like I'm not going to overreact to them just yet. 2 games at home. Last night was a schedule win. It feels like it's tough to go on the road on Thursday night early in the season, especially after kind of getting beat up by the Giants defensive line. I want to see what the Packers look like over the next couple weeks. They actually have to go on the road now, see what it looks like over there.
I think they're going to look even better. I think that defense is they were talking about on the broadcast how Micah Parsons had maybe already gone against the 2 best tackles on his schedule, and Laramie Tunsil and Penei Sewell from Detroit. He may not face 2 better offensive tackles this season.
Yeah, it's probably fair. That's probably fair.
It'd be interesting to see. Did you said Philly and Kansas City play? Where's that game at? Do you know
Kansas City
this weekend? Well, that'll give them a chance. If it was in Philly, I'd be hammering that spread.
I like how Cody just views the Chiefs as like Kentucky football.
No, they're better than Kentucky football. Huh?
They went 15-2 last year.
Yeah, no, I know.
He did all last year too, as they went 15-2.
No, I didn't. That was last year. Last year I said they're good at winning.
You said the same thing last year. Went 15-2.
Well, y'all are going to see. I said it before the season, and I'm sticking with it. The fall off is happening. They are going to fall off, definitely from 15-2.
Wow, that's a hot take.
Yeah, I'm just.
They're going to take a step back.
You want a hot take?
15-2.
You want a hot take? They're not going to win the division either. I mean, I don't know how hot you want the takes to get. I don't think they'll miss the playoffs, but I'm telling you, they ain't any good. Aaron Judge is good. He belted 2 home runs and tied Joe DiMaggio in the Yankees list of home run list for 4th all time. Aaron Judge ties Joe DiMaggio. Just 2 days after passing Yogi Berra for 5th place on the franchise list, Judge hit 2 homers in his first 2 at-bats in a 9-3 victory against the Tigers to tie Joe DiMaggio.
That's cool. I'm ready for baseball season to be over. Let's get to the playoffs.
Do you know the 3 ahead of Aaron Judge on the Yankees career homers list?
How many they've hit in a Yankees uniform? Or is it just Yankees like all-time home runs?
Yankees.
Like is Alex Rodriguez on there? Because like I don't think he would be if it's just in Yankees uniform. Okay. All old guys, I'd say, right?
Yeah, they're all old.
Yeah. I guess Babe Ruth. Babe Ruth would be on there.
659 for the Babe.
Babe Ruth. Mickey Mantle.
Mickey Mantle, yep. 536.
And there's one more?
One more. Can you go 3 for 3?
Lou Gehrig?
Lou Gehrig with 493. Look at the big brain on you.
Baseball guy. Cody's so impressed. He would never have had a chance to get that right. He's like, wow, John's so good at
I'm the one who asked the question.
Yeah.
I had the answers. I would have gotten it right.
Baseball guy. Just had to name 3 all-time greats. Just 3 absolute legends.
Yep. 3 of the GOATs. Joe DiMaggio, he had a thing with Marilyn Monroe back in the day. I don't know if that was before President Kennedy or after. Marilyn Monroe, she had some high-profile men in her life.
Maybe during.
Joe DiMaggio, President Kennedy, both dead. All 3 dead. She's dead. Been dead. They found her in the nude. Mike Trout ended his career-long drought with his 399th homer. Here's an interesting story for you. The Costa Rican authorities have raided the hotel in the Brett Gardner's son dying investigation. Nearly 6 months after the death of Miller Gardner, the 14-year-old son of the former Yankees outfielder Brett Gardner. You remember we had this story when it happened. Authorities in Costa Rica have now raided the hotel in which the boy was found dead.
Is that how you say it?
Yeah.
Costa Rica?
I struggle with that.
Okay.
Costa.
I didn't know
Costa
if
Rica.
you're a world traveler. I didn't know if you
I'm not a world
picked up
traveler.
on something.
I've never said I'm a world traveler. I'm an American traveler.
I didn't know if you'd picked up on the proper way to say it. I've been to Costa Rica. It's the only place I've ever really been.
Yeah, I've never been. Where were you 6 months ago when this boy died?
Probably here.
Okay.
That'd have been March. Yeah, I'd have been here.
Well, the boy was found dead, and a prosecutor suggested the investigation could result in a manslaughter case. So I don't really understand this. It says now that they raided the hotel room where he was found dead, but it's 6 months ago. Like, what would be significant about has that hotel room just been untouched the whole time? Or, I mean, I think hotel room, I feel like they would have rented it out again.
I'd say if it's been, it might be an active crime scene or something. I don't know.
Well, you would have thought they went in there 6 months ago, but I don't know. The autopsy had determined carbon monoxide death at the time. So, I don't know. Just an update on that story, but not sure. The Knicks have added Brogdon to their backcourt on a one-year deal. Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh, okay. Malcolm. Okay, so when you said Brogdon, I thought maybe you're talking about some like guy from Croatia or something. But Malcolm Brogdon, the backup point guard. We'll see if he stays healthy. He can play. If he's healthy, he can play, but he just can't really stay healthy. I'm not really in NBA mode yet. I'm all football, man.
Well, yeah.
And WNBA.
For sure.
Season ended last night. Playoffs are set now.
Wisconsin's quarterback is unlikely to play against Alabama. Billy Edwards Jr. says he's unlikely, according to ESPN. He's expected to travel with the team and plans to warm up for the game, but he still faces long odds to play this week. They're just trying to get him back for conference play against Maryland next week.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if you're Wisconsin and you're already struggling, you're not going to beat Alabama no matter how bad they are. You don't want to get your rest of your guys hurt. You know what I mean? Like, don't play anybody. Just punt the damn game. Get your ass beat, and then try to climb in the Big Ten. Win some games there. Luke Fickell's going to get fired, huh?
Yeah, it feels that way.
Feels like Luke Fickell is going to get fired.
They don't really feel to be competitive, really, in the Big Ten the way that they used to be. You know, Wisconsin was always just kind of right there.
9-3 or 10-2, pretty much every year.
Yep. When Barry Alvarez was running things.
I imagine they are pretty distraught over what's happened to them.
Yeah, those people.
They've fallen as a program for sure.
Yeah, and that's a passionate group of folks up there. I mean, those people stay drunk, so they're always on edge. The Dolphins held a players-only meeting recently after their blowout loss to the Colts. That'll fix it.
Earliest players-only meeting ever?
Maybe.
Be hard to be more. Like maybe there was a scandal. Like maybe the Falcons. No, I was going to say the Falcons had one when Bobby Petrino left, but hell, he left like 5 games into the year. Maybe a coach like quit right before the year, or the owner died or something. They all had to get together. But yeah, I mean, after 1 week, that's a bad time to pull out the players only meeting.
Said it was to make sure they all remained on the same page. Make sure everybody's still on the same page here. Have a players-only meeting.
All right, go back to headlines. Anything else?
That'll do.
Back to Tennessee football coming up next.
Streaming worldwide at FanRunRadio.com and on the free FanRun app. This is Big Orange Country's sports talk radio superstation, FanRun Radio, Knoxville.
Rickard Ridge Barbecue, located in beautiful Cove Lake State Park. Rickard Ridge is home of the best ribs in the Volunteer State. Smoked daily by Pitmaster Mark Rickard. The barbecue at Rickard Ridge is mouth-watering, fall-off-the-bone delicious. Take the scenic drive up I-75 to exit 134. For directions and to look at the rest of the menu, visit Rickard Ridge online at rickardridgebbq.com.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Have you ever found yourself wishing your clothes looked brand new again? Whether it's your favorite suit, that little black dress, or your comfy winter coat, Crown Cleaners can make it happen. From stubborn stains to delicate fabrics, the expert team at Crown Cleaners uses the latest cleaning technology to ensure your clothes come back looking and feeling fresh. Visit one of their 2 area locations, Kingston Pike on Bearden Hill or South North Shore Drive near Dunkin' Donuts. Online at crowncleaners.com. Crown Cleaners, a tradition of excellence.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
Citizens National Bank.
Kick off this football season with a CNB Plus Perks checking account. Move downfield with free online and mobile banking. And cross the goal line with extended evening hours and Saturday banking. Banking at CNB has its perks. Find out more at cnbtn.com.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Bad Boy South.
Go give us a like over on YouTube. If you're watching, give us a thumbs up, comment, share. FANRUN TV over on YouTube, trying to get that growing, get that popping. We've had some real good social media growth over the last 3 months. If you see some content, share it, like it, comment, do all those things. It helps the algorithm. It helps us grow and continue to hopefully just get bigger and stronger. Matt writes in on the chat, John, do we think Candace's legacy is even known with the college kids anymore? Were any of them aware of her dislocating her shoulder and coming back into the game against A&M? I would say that they do not know Candace Parker's in and out of her career, but they know that she's a big-time Vol. And they know that she is one of the bigger voices covering professional basketball. I mean, Sam, you and Bubba, you guys aren't too far removed from college. You're a couple years older.
They're also in sports radio.
Yeah, I mean, I bet if we poll, you think we poll William, he's aware of Candace's ins and outs. Do you think he'd know what year?
William? I think William knows Candace Parker.
Right, but do you think he knows what year she went to school here? Do you think he knows anything about her basketball career? Actually,
no.
Do you think he knows how many titles she won
at Tennessee or in the
at Tennessee? Definitely not in the WNBA. He definitely wouldn't know that.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think that's fair to anyone should know what she really did in the WNBA. But as far as what she did at Tennessee, like I don't know. I don't know if he would know.
But he knows that she's synonymous with the University of Tennessee. She puts on for the Vols. I've said it for a while. I mean, it's just her and Peyton Manning as far as I'm concerned. They're 1 and 2 when it comes to legends and also like ambassadors to the University of Tennessee. Like Candace Parker's on TV a lot doing NBA and college basketball coverage, and she's always repping the Vols, and she's an extension. She's a living extension of Pat Summitt and her legacy. Like, I mean, when I see Candace Parker, I can't help but think of Pat Summitt and her legacy, and Candace frequently talks about it.
Yeah, I mean, I think William would probably know. But if you polled the random college kid, I don't think they would know. Like, if you went over there right now and asked a couple of random kids on the street, you got to remember, I mean, a lot of these kids over there now are from New Jersey. I mean, we've had that Alabama effect from the football success.
Sure.
A lot of them are from Chicago and, Philly. And, like, so I would say you poll a random one, they probably don't know a lot at all about Candace Parker, especially her college career. They would know who she is, like you said, from her being on TV, but they wouldn't know the ins and outs. They wouldn't remember her dunking in the SEC. They wouldn't know that she won back-to-back natties.
Definitely wouldn't know the dislocating her shoulder and coming back in.
Now, you ask some girl who played basketball in school and is from Nashville or somewhere in Tennessee, I think you'd get a different answer. Somebody who grew up loving the Lady Vols, but just depends on who you ask.
I'm good with her celebrity guest picker status.
Well, yeah.
I think she is an embodiment of VFL.
I think it's a great pick, especially after what I heard earlier in the week on who it could possibly be. Darnell Dawkins or whoever, Deion Dawkins, or that's a tackle for the Bills, isn't it? Whoever it was, you told me. I mean, yeah, this is a great pick. It's one of the best you could have picked, Candace Parker.
Hope she comes out swagged out in Adidas gear because she is, the president of the women's division over for Adidas basketball. It'd be nice to see her.
That's something I'm very interested in, if they can just talk on that at all.
I don't know if they can explicitly talk about it or not, and I doubt they would. I doubt they would spend a lot of time on it because, I mean, the celebrity guest picker comes in for
pretty in and out,
pretty much the last 10 minutes of the show, right? For the most part, they don't even really interview them. They might be like, "Hey, what do you got going on? I'm in a movie. Go see my new movie." But that's pretty much it, right? It's been a long time since I've actually watched Game Day, like the celebrity guest picker part. The only thing I really see from Game Day is the kick when it goes viral. Like whether or not somebody makes the kick.
Yeah, but even that, you're watching that clip on social media.
Oh, yeah.
Not even watching that live.
I don't really turn on Game Day at all.
You ever watch Big Noon?
No. If I was going to watch a pregame show, it would be College Game Day just out of habit. And I feel like it's more of an SEC tie now, whereas Big Noon's Big Ten football. And I don't really care about Big Ten football. But I just don't really put on pregame stuff. I don't really put on pregame stuff in the NFL anymore either. I used to. It used to be a big part of my football experience. More so in the NFL, like that 11:30 to 1 o'clock window. I'd watch a lot of pregame stuff, but not anymore. Just wake me up when the games start. I think it's just because I cover it and we talk about it nonstop. Very rarely is something breaking that
you're not going to hear something that you haven't already heard.
Right. And if I need an injury update, that comes to your phone now. 11:35 on NFL Sundays, I'll pull up Jay Glazer, Adam Schefter for the inactive list. Oh, here's who's playing. Here's who's out. Otherwise, I'm good.
Maybe I've also stopped watching Game Day too, but I feel like back in the day we had more of those interesting stories on players, either for the team that they're at this week or some other people around the country. I just don't feel like those guys are as prominent now. It's
Rinaldi's gone.
Tom Rinaldi and all of his sad stories about. Well, this kid, he was born an orphan.
It was still a touching story. I'd rather see that than Pat McAfee just rile up the crowd or something like that. I don't know.
Yeah, but Rinaldi left, right? He went to Fox. Does he do that on Big Noon, or do we even know? I assume he probably does, but I don't ever watch it. I don't ever watch the Big Noon.
He was an orphan, and then he got the cancer, and then he became homeless. But football saved him. and now then he became a 4-star defensive tackle.
It peaked with that kid
awesome.
at Purdue, right? Was it Tyler? Wasn't there a kid at Purdue?
Yeah.
I think that was kind of the last one I remember in terms of like
always something sad,
the stories, the off-the-field stuff.
Yeah, Tom Rinaldi, he's no longer there. I always like watching game day just for the I like the vibe of you got all the fans around there, the hosts doing their thing. Like, I just like the vibe.
It's something I turn on but never pay attention to. Like, I'll just do my morning activities with it on, and it's like,
but I like to
if I
hear
pay
it.
attention for 2 minutes, I will. But it's just like, it's just that feeling of football in the air in the morning.
Yeah, it's just having it on tells me like it's game day. Like, just background noise is fine. It doesn't have to be. You don't have to be sitting there watching it. But I love having it on.
Yeah, see, it's the opposite for me. Like Saturday and Sunday mornings now, I just catch up on TV shows. Or I'm out like running. If I do have to run some errands, I'll be running errands, or I just have a TV show on that I'm catching up on from the week, and then I'll turn the football on. And then, quite frankly, like very rarely am I even like locked in at right at noon. I'll wait till like 12:15, turn the games on, see if anything's happened, then kind of get in there because I just hate. I think I just hate at the beginning of the games, and this is why I've always liked the NFL more. Is like at 1 o'clock, you knew it was kicking off right at 1 o'clock. Nothing makes me more angry on a college football Saturday than turning the game on at 12:03 and they're still doing stuff. They haven't kicked off yet. I'm like, oh, my God, get on with it. And I'm flipping the channels trying to find which game. Get on with it. Get on with it.
The only time that would bother me is if we were playing at noon. Like, I don't care if game day goes over otherwise. Like, I usually always made it in time for the Corso headgear pick just to see it. Like, I tuned in for that until the very end. I wanted to see who he picked. And if we're in a big game, I like to see who they pick in our game.
I will say if they have a celebrity guest picker, I would sometimes make sure. Like if Vince Vaughn was there, I love Vince Vaughn, I'd watch it. When Chalamet was there, I'd watched it. I'll watch Candace's maybe like on tape delay. Like obviously I'm not going to be watching it on Saturday because I'll just be so focused on the damn Vols and setting up, hanging out and doing all this tailgate. Well, I'm not setting up. You're setting up. Shout out to you. You're the best. You're the GOAT as long as you get it up.
Sure. We'll see. That's the thing about when we do game day here in Knoxville. Like, I think it's cool. I love when the spotlight is on us and we get to host game day, but I never really see it.
Have you ever gone to one?
Yeah, 2012 Florida. I was there with a sign.
What'd your sign say?
Couldn't tell you. I don't remember, but I know we made signs, me and my stepbrother.
Would you have been in school at that point or no?
I was still in community college.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was back when Anthony Appleby was the quarterback, right?
No, Appleby was 2016.
Yeah, this was further.
12 was Jeff
further
Driscoll,
on back.
I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Jeff Driscoll. They had a guy who made a big play. We were up in the game.
Trey Burton. Couldn't tackle him.
Third quarter, yeah.
His damn tight end, and we could. Our defense was so slow we couldn't catch a damn tight end. Now he wasn't necessarily a tight end in college. He just kind of did everything. But like in the NFL, he played. I'm pretty sure played tight end, and he just ran through our defense that entire second half.
We had a lead in the game, and we were really believing. We really thought that it was going to be the year, and then it just fell apart in the third quarter. We lost 37-20. I remember the score very well, like it was yesterday.
What was the score at halftime?
I don't remember the halftime score, but I know we were ahead in the game.
I'm 90% sure the score at halftime was 14-13, and then we scored a touchdown out of the half, but missed the extra point. So then it was 20-13.
20-13.
14-10. Tennessee was up at half.
Damn. Well, that's why I said 90%. Did they kick a field goal like right out of the half?
They kicked a field goal right out of the half.
And then we scored a touchdown to go up 8.
The only thing, they turned it over, and then you didn't get much going.
Only thing I remember is that big play in the third quarter, and we just like
the clip of Dooley catching the ball on the sideline. I was in that end zone, and Dooley Bray throws the ball away on the to the sideline, and Dooley catches it and just spikes it as we go out and punt.
This is a gross second half.
Like we got our ass kicked. Got our ass kicked.
They had that field goal. You scored a touchdown. They turned it over, but then after that, the one play 80-yard run from Burton, 3 plays 70-yard touchdown. A punt, 3 plays, 78-yard touchdown.
Yeah. They got the ball, they'd score. They get the ball, they score. They got the ball, score.
Well,
that was the biggest game of my college career. Like of the time I was in school,
Yeah.
That was the biggest game of my college career. So I am a little jealous of if you're listening and you're a college kid, I'm jealous of what you've gotten to experience over the last couple of years. I mean, even if you're a freshman or a sophomore this year, this is your first like real big, gigantic game. Although last year Alabama would have been bigger than anything I was in school for too. I'm jealous because mine was a absolute beatdown at the hands of Florida.
I was talking to one of the cheerleaders yesterday who said that her freshman year was the Alabama 2022 Alabama was her freshman year. I was like, you've had it pretty damn good. Like 23 wasn't great or whatever, but
it was compared to what I had. I would have killed for 2023 when I was in school.
I was 13 through 15. Like, I mean, 2015 had a couple moments, but really just choking were the moments. Like, I mean, 2016, you had a little fun. Like, seeing the Florida streak end was fun. But, like, for the most part, it sucked back then. But also, with that, I probably wouldn't have gotten in.
Yeah.
I'm kind of thankful that we sucked because I got to go to Tennessee and graduate from Tennessee, whereas
it's crazy what it's become. Yeah.
If I was a student now, I don't think I would be at Tennessee. Like, I don't think I would have got in.
Well, it's a self-running machine now. Like, we always talk about one hand washes the other, both hands washes the face. Like, the football program, this basketball program, the baseball program, all the excitement around sports leads to the academics being better, which leads to the university being better.
Acceptance rate goes down.
Yeah, it just makes it tougher to get in. You get smarter alumni. Hopefully those alumni go make a lot of money. Then they kind of help. Hopefully they fall in love and sustain and like, give back to the program and all those things. And games like tomorrow, Tennessee versus Georgia, that's another, I don't want to say generation because, 3 years isn't a entire generation. But like I do think the difference between being like 9 and 12 for some kids out there that would have been 9 when Tennessee beat Alabama.
Kind of your peak, like getting into football years.
Yeah, like 9 years old, you maybe didn't fully understand it, but now the time that you're 12, maybe you see Tennessee, Georgia tomorrow in Neyland Stadium and the checkerboard and the crowd, and it's another big Tennessee win. And who knows, maybe some people want to go out there and rush the damn field. That's another, batch of these kids that fall in love with Tennessee and become Tennessee fans. Like Sam, I know I always kind of joke about you being like a Vandy boy, but like I can't imagine many kids are growing up in Nashville like not in love with Tennessee at this point because Tennessee's actually good.
Oh, first bank Sam.
Your formative years were not – Tennessee was not good, so you didn't really have a reason to be a Tennessee fan. But I imagine across the state, Tennessee has, recaptured pretty much all of the state. Like, sure, maybe there's a couple of Diego Pavia kids out there. But, like, for the most part, Tennessee's so good at everything, it would be hard not to be a Tennessee fan. It was easy during the 2010s and even really the back half of the 2000s because, hey, it wasn't fun. It wasn't cool.
We put our time in very difficult years.
We did.
Like, to make it through that, like, you're very lucky if you're a kid now, like, to be able to grow up with this Tennessee, and the ones before us were very lucky. Like Russell, like his generation.
Yep.
Russell was a freshman in college the 1998 season.
We were the rich kid. We were the people that got born rich that like then the family just went poor.
Yeah, those of us who were like 30.
Because like I remember the 90s and I remember those big moments and like I got a taste of it, but then like Pops lost his job. We went bankrupt. He went to prison. He got caught doing some bad stuff and like he had to go do some time and Ma had to raise the 3 of us, and she couldn't really do it. But we were this lavish lifestyle. So, like, we want to get back. Like, hey, is living in this little apartment that bad? No, it's fine. But, like, it ain't that. It ain't the big old house we used to have. What happened to the big old house we used to have, Mom? We want to get back to that big old house.
Yeah, like being a high school senior, and like that's when you're supposed to like be going to games and like having so much pride. Like my high school years we were the worst we've ever been. Like Dooley. Like, I mean, we didn't beat a ranked team, Sam. Like, as bad as Butch Jones and Jeremy Pruitt were, and like Jeremy Pruitt beat a ranked team. Derek Dooley, those years were just so difficult to go through.
Then you listen to his press conference after the game, and you're just like, what the hell do we got here?
Yeah, that 2012 year, man, that defense. God, that defense was so bad.
Maybe now's not the time to be reminiscing on the good old days, or the bad days that makes you appreciate the good days. But there's a lot of people that are listening that Like, that's why I still like going to these games, because we got deprived for them of so long. Like, we were talking to Russell about going to the game, I think it was, or maybe it was Tim. That just said, it was Tim. Said he doesn't like just being out there in the crowd and all that stuff.
I appreciate it.
Says he just likes watching it, front seat, front row at home, save a bunch of money.
Well, yeah, I'd feel that way too if I got to watch Johnny Majors and Philip Fulmer's teams.
Okay, he's not that old, but he is 5 years older. So I mean, he did get to enjoy the '90s more than we did.
Yeah,
but I'm still addicted to the big games.
Feeling that energy will never get old.
No, I know, and I hope it doesn't.
I think about the countless times I walked out of Neyland Stadium, just like, why am I here? What is the point?
That's what my entire 20s were.
Yeah. I was at the damn South Alabama game in 2014. And we won, and still I was like, what is this?
Yeah, you're more of a sicko than I am.
2013 Auburn. I was there for
that one.
I was like,
first time I met my boy Seth Hughes. Shout out Reed's Ranch.
Yeah.
First time I met Seth, we sat there and just desperate for a big atmosphere, and then just watched Auburn just run up and down the field.
2014 Florida, maybe the worst of them all.
Luckily, I got my ticket stolen for that game.
Oh, good for you. Yeah,
I had been promised a ticket.
I would have rather been punched in the mouth to go to that game
with an ex-lover. But then she's like, actually, my dad really wants to go. Do you care? I was like, nah, it's fine. Really, I was mad. But then I watched the game, and I was like, okay, I'm glad I'm not there. I'm glad I wasn't there for that.
There have been some tough ones over the years.
It's kind of the only, quote-unquote, big game I feel like I've missed was 2014 Florida. And it wasn't even really that big of a game. It was just Florida.
Yeah, it was a noon game. It does make you appreciate this one, though. This, even if we were to come out and lose, we're going to show up. Like, the boys are going to play. It's going to be a good game. We got a damn good program.
We're going to win. We're going to win. I don't know what you keep talking about. Even if we lose, we're going to win.
Well, I'm just saying, back then it was just a hope that you'd be in the game.
We're going to win, but yeah, you're hoping just to go there and just you can find some magic. And even if you found magic, it wasn't really going to lead to anything. Like you're talking about the 2014 Florida game. If you went out there and beat Florida in 2014, or hell, one of the most heartbreaking losses I saw was 2013 Georgia.
I was there for that one too.
That was the one.
That was a fine magic game.
Yeah, I just remember sitting out on the steps after the game, like, what the hell? This is just. I was distraught. I was like, what the hell am I doing? Oh my god! But even if you had won that game in 13 and beaten them, or beaten Florida in 2014, you weren't going to accomplish anything big. You weren't a player on the national landscape.
No, it still would have been nice to get one of those wins.
Sure, yeah, I would prefer to win those games, and who knows, maybe it could have jump-started a rebuild, sooner or whatever. But
you put it toward an Outback Bowl.
But now, on Saturday, if you win this game against Georgia, you actually have some rewards waiting for you. You actually find yourself in the top 6 in the country. You actually find yourself in the driver's seat to have one of those 2 SEC championship games. You have a chance to host a playoff game, hell, to get a first-round bye. All of that stuff is in play. 2014, it wasn't. 2013, it wasn't. 17, 18, 19, 20, it wasn't. It wasn't. Not even in 21.
Yeah, that's the difference now. You just appreciate the program. Just having a damn championship-level program or close to it,
It's truly remarkable how quickly that went sideways, Sam. I knew that Trey Burton, that long run, and I remember feeling like just long play after long play, but, you turnover on downs up 7. I mean, at midfield, you're probably rocking. I was rocking. I was feeling great. And then, 3 and out, and then 1 play, 80 yards. Then you throw an interception. Oh, God, an interception.
Imagine having to wake up hungover and drive to Arkansas the next day.
That'd be tough. You were too young to be drinking. For next play, 45-yard run.
That was tough.
Then you punt again. You're down 7. That's why I don't love Tyler Bray like everyone else does. I was there for Tyler Bray. The Tyler Bray myth, I was there for that. I
maintain the offense was fun.
Yeah, go back.
Cordero Patterson.
Yeah, go back and read this game log, this drive log from the second half against Florida. You scored a touchdown your first drive, punt, interception, punt.
It wasn't all fun.
Punt.
It wasn't all fun.
Yeah,
I'm just saying.
Punt, interception, punt. You gotta punt. Get the hell out of here.
There's no you got to find a silver lining of the Dooley era. That's the only one. Is that 2012 offense?
The orange pants. That's the damn silver lining. Yeah. Punt. Nothing's been as overrated as the damn 2012 offense. Nothing has been as overrated as them. I was there.
I was there too.
I lived it.
But when you got Sal Sinceri on the other side, like
do I need to read it one more time? You score a touchdown,
Justin Wilcox.
then you go punt, interception, punt, 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 punt.
Had Justin Wilcox still been there, I say that's a 10-win team.
We scored 20 damn points. That team was terrible. That beat us too.
I think it's a 10-win team if Justin Wilcox stayed.
We'll look ahead to the weekend. We'll find you some winners coming up after the break. It's Talk Sports on FanRun Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
We really need to get some branded stuff. Shirts, hats, promo items, something professional.
I mean, we could just find a website and order a bunch of it ourselves.
You could, but you're taking a big risk. You don't know the quality, the fit, the timeline. It's a roll of the dice.
Yeah, I guess. But isn't that how everyone does it now?
Not the ones who actually care about how their brand looks. Look, if we're putting our name on it, it needs to be done right. We need SM Athletics.
SM Athletics?
Yeah, they specialize in working with businesses like ours. Apparel, hats, promo gear, but real, customized stuff. They actually care if it turns out right.
Probably a lot better than getting stuck with 100 t-shirts with crooked logos.
Exactly. Plus, they'll walk you through everything. Sizing, colors, material, so it matches the image we're trying to build.
Makes sense. What's the name again?
SM Athletics. Trust me, if you want to look like a real company, not a flea market stand, this is the move. If you're serious about your brand, work with people who are serious about getting it right. SM Athletics.
Hey, folks, if you're in need of a lawyer, you need to call my friend Jerry Givens. I've known Jerry since high school and can personally vouch for him. He's East Tennessee through and through, and if you're going through a divorce, bankruptcy, or a DUI case, you'll need someone you can trust on your side to help you navigate the local legal system. You can trust Jerry Givens. Call the law offices of Jerry Givens today at 865-801-9250 to schedule your free consultation. That's 801-9250.
Are you ready to make your dream home a reality? Hi, I'm Bo Kregner, and here at the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, we know that finding the perfect home is more than just a transaction. It's about finding your sanctuary, your future, your happiness. Our team is dedicated to guiding you every step of the way, ensuring a smooth and stress-free journey towards home ownership. Whether you're buying, selling, or investing, we're here to help. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or just visit us online at BoKnowsHouses.com.
DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh, DJ Fresh.
Back on the program. All right, Cody. Let's look ahead to the football weekend. Talked a lot about Tennessee and Georgia this week. We've talked a lot about them over the last month or two. But there is some other football going on this weekend. What do you like? What do you got this weekend? How were your picks last weekend?
Well, last weekend we did pretty well because we do well every weekend with my picks because I know ball when it comes to college football. Typically, I win on Saturdays, I lose on Sundays. That's the story of my life when it comes to gambling on football. So I truly believe I would be up all time quite a bit if I just stuck to college. This weekend, typically, I think the reason it works is because I try to just keep it to what I know, which is the SEC. I like Alabama Saturday, covering against Wisconsin. I think Alabama's going to be on a mission to beat the hell out of these inferior teams. Wisconsin's going to be without their quarterback. Tied right now, favored by 20.5 in Tuscaloosa. I don't think they're going to have any problem covering. I think they'll beat Wisconsin by at least 35 points. So that's my number one pick of the week.
Great pick, Cody.
Great pick, Cody, and great to see you, my friend.
Hey, Money Monster, how you
It's
been?
me, the Money Monster. Oh, it feels good to be here on this Friday morning with you, my very large, round, tubby friend.
It's nice to see you again, too.
Money Monster did not go undefeated last week. He went 2-2. People know, it's funny when you go 2-2, no one gives you all the love. I go 4-0 in a parlay week 1. I'm everyone's favorite. Oh, we love the Money Monster. Oh, Money Monster, you're so great. You go 2-2, you lose the first 2 of the weekend, everyone forgets about the Money Monster. They don't say, well, he went 2-2. That's still pretty good. The Raiders, moneyline underdogs, you still made some money. They don't say, well, Lane Kiffin, he screwed me, screwed the Money Monster. Oh, the Owls, they fell apart. Hootie hoo, no more hootie hoo, hootie ooh. But no one cares about the Money Monster when he goes 2-2. But I'm back this week. And I'm feeling good, Cody, and guy with weird hat, and the other guy, I don't know. Now there's another guy in there, I don't know. Who did you say you like, Cody?
I like Alabama.
Oh, you love Alabama. I hear your dreams. I hear your prayers. You always, Alabama, Raw Tide, Crimson Tide.
Oh, Wisconsin's without their quarterback.
Well, Alabama doesn't really have a quarterback either, but that's neither here nor there. Are you ready? Are you ready, everyone, to make some money?
Yes.
I can't hear you on the other side of the room. Does anybody want to make some money or just
Of course.
Show me the money.
Really large?
Aye, aye, Money Monster.
Hairy.
Aye, aye.
Rotund. Scrumptious looking. Delicious looking. Tubby friend Cody. Everyone else ready to make money? Okay, let's go. Week 3. The Money Monster. He feels lots of points. Yes. High-scoring games. This one is in Alabama, Cody.
Yes.
Not the Crimson Tide. Not your Crimson Tide. No. I feel that tiger blood again. The Trojans of Troy and the Memphis Tigers. I like the over of 50.5. The Tigers will score many points, as will Troy.
You think it'll be like 2012 when Troy and Tennessee played?
I didn't watch football in 2012. I just started watching football last year. It's very fun.
You just started last year?
Just last year.
And you're already making this many great
6-2. 6-2 with the parlay win, which is really worth 11. Because when you do a parlay, it's 11-1. So 11 plus 6, I'm 17-3 if you ask me. But either way, I like Troy and Memphis to go over 50.5.
Seeing 51.5 here on my total.
Okay, well, Money Monster made his picks last night, but if you want 51.5, you take 51.5. Whatever. It's 50.5 when I looked last night when I was doing my preparation. Where are you from, Cody?
From Arkansas.
I was wondering what that smell was. I like Arkansas and Ole Miss to score very few points. I like the under. What does yours say it is? What's your under? Let me check with Cody. Cody, the bookkeeper. What's yours?
I'm at 62.5.
Okay, that's what Money Monster has too. Under 62.5. Ole Miss and that stupid idiot Lane Kiffin and that little fat boy Sam Pittman. No points in Arkansas, Ole Miss. Give me the under of 62.5.
It's very interesting.
What's interesting?
The under there. Arkansas, Taylor Green, they've got a pretty good offense.
Oh, who have they played?
Alabama A&M and
Sox?
Arkansas State.
Sox?
Yep.
That's why the number's so hard. That's why there's value on the under. Keep up. I've just been watching football for 1 year, and I know how it works. How do you not know how it works? Everyone thinks Taylor Green. Oh, Taylor Green, he's so good. And everyone thinks, oh, Lane Kiffin, Ole Miss, he's an offensive guy. Well, did you watch football last year? They were defensive team. This year, defensive team again. That's why the number is too high, okay? There's value on the under.
I agree with you. Just playing devil's advocate a bit.
Oh, I don't need an advocate. Wait, I'm not the devil, but you know what I mean.
You know him.
I do know him. He's not a good guy. He's not a good guy. He does not need advocate. He needs enemy. How about you be the enemy of the devil? How about that? How about you be the enemy of the devil? Money monster friend, enemy of the devil. Pick number 3. Do you know what that is, Cody?
Is that a wounded owl?
No, let's try one more time.
Eagle?
Yes, Cody, the Eagles. But not the Philadelphia Eagles. No, the Eagles of Boston College. Yes. And the palm trees of Stanford. I like the over in that game, 44.5. Let me check with my bookkeeper, Cody. What do you have, Mr. Auditor?
I'm seeing 44.5.
Okay, that's what the money monster has, too.
Yeah. Big game out in Stanford Stadium.
And I gotta say, big boy, my big, sweaty, hairy, sexy boy.
You seem to be really enamored with my shape and size.
They don't, down in hell, people get skinny. It's very hot. We don't see very many fat people.
You ever hear of Ozempic?
No. What is that?
It's a weight loss drug. People take it here on Earth.
Why haven't you tried it?
I did, but it didn't work for me.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry. The pick of the week. Where did you go to school, Cody?
I went to Tennessee.
No, the other one. The loser college you went to in Arkansas. Which one was that?
The University of Central Arkansas for a semester.
Okay. No, I'm not betting on them. They don't have a football team. You said you went to Tennessee?
I went to Tennessee.
Okay. Well, I like Tennessee this weekend. +4.5. I talk a lot about Zach Calzada. He sucks, but he kind of screwed me last week. Not personally, but like we didn't do anything or nothing like that. But like he screwed me by getting knocked out of the game because the other guy came in and got a field goal at the end. I don't know if you saw, but Money Monster had -7.5, and they lose by 7 at the very last end of kicking a field goal.
Your friend Lane Kiffin to blame for that one.
Oh, Backdoor Lane. That's what they call him. I mean, to be fair, I didn't know they called Lane Backdoor Lane. Many of the parties we've gone to, everyone's like, oh, there's old Backdoor Lane. Oh, Backdoor Lane, there he is. But there'll be no backdoor in Knoxville this weekend because the Vols. There's a quarterback on the other sideline that reminds me of Zach Calzada. And that's Gunnar Stockton. And I don't believe in quarterbacks like Zach Calzada or Gunnar Stockton. I believe in the Vols and Neyland Stadium. Take Tennessee +4.5. Money Monster guarantee. Take it to the bank. What do you think?
I like it.
Thank you.
I like Tennessee too.
Thank you.
It's, is that where you went to school?
I didn't go to school. I went to School of Hard Knocks. The street. I went to street on the school. Wait. School on the streets. That's what I mean. School of Hard Knocks. Money Monster's parents couldn't afford. I didn't qualify for financial aid.
You'd think with a face like that, maybe you would have.
What the hell does that mean? What the hell does that mean?
I just mean...
What did you say to me?
I just mean I thought maybe you get a special...
Check out our new and improved website at FANRUNradio.com. Now, It's time for your Atlanta Braves morning update, presented by Tidal Wave Auto Spa. Get clean car happy at any of the 250-plus Tidal Wave Auto Spa locations today.
3-game set with the Astros coming up tonight. I'm Barrett Salee, and this is your Braves Radio Network morning update.
Get clean car happy all season long at Tidal Wave with exclusive membership discounts, giveaways, and more. Visit TidalWaveAutoSpa.com/Braves for more information.
Braves couldn't take the series over the Cubs on Wednesday after a day off. 3-game set with the Astros coming your way starting tonight. The Astros, of course, fighting for a spot in the playoffs in the American League. Unfortunately for the Braves, they are relegated to playing spoiler. But the good news is tonight you will get another chance to check out Hurston Waldrop. The rookie has been sensational this year. Let's see if he can help the Braves play spoiler. He's 4-0, has a 1.33 ERA, 38 strikeouts on the season. Let's get those bats going. Nacho Alvarez has been hot. Ronald Acuna Jr. got going in the series against the Cubs. Let's see if that can continue this weekend. For leadoff show coverage coming your way at 6:05 Central. First pitch against those Astros, 7:15 Eastern, 6:15 Central, right here on the Atlanta Braves Radio Network.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area. From Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive, even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them FanRun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, FANRUN Radio.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power Rankings, Tuesday Trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10, ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen, ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Morning boom.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Let's finish strong. We got an hour left. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get some news. You okay?
Yeah.
Your shorts look tattered.
Yeah, I'm good. I had a little issue there during the last segment. I got
Did a dog bite you?
It's a long story. It's a long story. That's all.
You
I
need
can
to take
say.
a break.
No, I'm good. I'm good. Well, we've got a massive recruiting weekend this weekend in Knoxville. A lot of people going to be in town.
Gigantic list. I counted like 80 people. I counted like 80 names on this list that's expected to be here.
Yeah, across multiple sports too.
Okay, I think I might have just been looking at just football.
Football, yeah. I mean, Virginia Tech edge commit is set to visit Andrew Rogers. He's a 4-star edge for 2026. Currently committed to Virginia Tech. He'll be here this weekend. So many top-level players and prospects going to be around. Also, the Lady Vols set to bring in the number 5 recruit in women's basketball for an official visit. Top 5 2026 recruit Olivia Edwards.
Yeah, you said 5th ranked. I think top 5 is just more accurate because I think some sites have her even higher.
Yeah,
than 5th.
Yeah,
she looks like a absolute dominant basketball player. Would be you don't want to say program changer, but if you can get back to getting those type of players, I mean, it does feel like it would change a program. So I don't think program changer is too steep of a phrase.
Over 65 high school recruits will be in attendance at the game Saturday, according to this article I'm reading here. The uncommitted guy, Andrew Rogers, I mentioned him. He's a guy you could still get for the 2026 class, but a lot of your committed players will be here too to watch their future teammates.
And hopefully all be recruiting.
Yeah.
Like the point of being having the committed players there, A, to make them feel loved, but B, like you got to get in these uncommitted kids' ears and tell them about how much you love the Vols and how great it would be to be teammates and build those relationships too.
Faison Brandon, Tristan Keys, both going to be here. Big Gabriel Osenda from Chattanooga, Celeste Moa, all the big names pretty much in your 2026 recruiting class. Going to be in attendance to watch the Vols take down Georgia. And then you've got some 2027 visitors too, among them Cooper Witten, the son, of course, of former Tennessee tight end Jason Witten, who's a big linebacker prospect in the class. He will be on campus this weekend. Everybody will be on campus this weekend, basically, is the story here.
Intern Maddie, you going to be at the game?
I will.
We were just talking about you damn kids that got to come here during this golden age and how many big games you've got to see across all sports. You're blessed. You're spoiled a little bit. Maddie, you're from where? You're from Miami, is that right?
I'm from Miami.
What the hell got you to Tennessee?
I didn't get into the University of Miami.
Okay.
Yep.
Then what got you to Tennessee?
I had a pick from 8 schools and realized once I toured SEC that's what I wanted. I want something completely different from sunny sunshine, Miami and palm trees. And this spoke to me the second I got here.
Did you come up for a game? Did any game on TV or anything draw you to Tennessee at all, or is it just strictly
I came
the campus?
for the tour everybody praises and loves.
Okay, fair enough. Didn't really prove the point I was hoping he proved. Cut his mic off, Sam. I was hoping he'd be like, I saw Tennessee win this game and thought I want to be inside Neyland Stadium.
No, none of that.
All right, well, fair enough.
Go Canes.
Okay, relax. Let's go with the hour 2 headline. We're rooting for Alex Golish this weekend, by the way. We're going for our second headline here. Cody, what we got?
Yeah, thank you, Jerry. That's what the Packers fans were chanting last night.
That's tough.
Mocking the Cowboys owner.
That's tough.
As Micah Parsons looks ahead to the Week 4 game in Dallas. That's going to be a big one, Week 4, Packers and Cowboys. I finally finished the documentary last night, and the last episode is all about just Jerry, like
messing everything up.
Yeah, basically over the last 30 years, how it's gone for the Cowboys, and it kind of made me root for the Cowboys a little bit. Maybe that's what a good documentary is supposed to do, make you feel sympathetic toward the main character. but it kind of made me like, I feel like it'd kind of be a good story if Jerry got one more before he died, because his whole mission is basically for the last 30 years has just been to prove that he can win one without Jimmy Johnson, which he won one without Jimmy Johnson, but
when
he
one
still
without the
had
team.
those players.
Yeah, the team that was built there.
The roster that Jimmy built is what a lot of people say. So even though Barry Switzer won it, it was still Jimmy's players is kind of how the detractors would look at it. So Jerry's been on a mission for 30 years to prove he can do it by himself. And it went through that Packers game and where they got absolutely drilled in the playoffs a couple years ago. And it was just like Jerry was just in shambles. He's like, this may be the worst loss I've ever felt. I mean, just they come in here and just whipped our ass. Like he was so rattled. I don't know. Kind of made me a little sympathetic toward Jerry, and which, I don't know how many people really feel that way, but billionaire, but I'd kind of like to see Dallas get good again. I feel like it'd be fun. Probably not going to be this year, though. So, anyway, Kansas State, they're getting their running back, Dylan Edwards. He's cleared to face Arizona this weekend. He's been a key player for Kansas State. He averaged over 7 yards a carry last year. So.
Oh, that's good for Kansas State, but their season's already over. Like they lost to Army this past weekend. Got dominated in the second half of that game. They struggled 2 weeks ago with some loser school. They got dominated over in Ireland. They lost in Ireland. The bad season for them. If I'm the running back, I guess it's nice to be back out there playing football, but season's over, bro.
If you lose in Ireland to start off the season, you're going to have a year from hell.
It does seem like that might be the case, Sam. It does seem like that might be the case.
NC State beat Wake Forest last night, 34-24 over in North Carolina. Did you see the food truck fire?
Yeah.
I saw a video of it.
Smoke engulfed a college football game between NC State and Wake Forest as a food truck fire broke out in the stadium during the first quarter. Pretty wild. The food truck belonged to Chuck's Barbecue Company and Southern Catering, located on the outdoor concourse to the side of one of Wake Forest Stadium grandstands. The fire erupted and reached the ceiling of the truck as an ESPN camera person stationed on the concourse captured video of an employee tackling it with a fire extinguisher.
I'm so excited for this game tomorrow.
Yeah, I am too. I really don't even want to talk about anything else.
I can barely listen to these headlines.
Yeah, the news is like there's really no.
The headlines are a waste of damn time. Kansas State's running back. Who gives?
Yeah, Dana White reveals capacity for UFC White House card.
Well, actually, I'm interested in that. What is the capacity there?
Trump originally suggested 20,000 spectators for the event. Let's see. Dana White's estimations are less than what President Trump originally proposed.
20,000 is a lot.
When he said 20 to 25,000 spectators to celebrate America's 250th
I thought it'd be like
birthday.
5,000 at most.
Yep.
I don't want 25,000 people at the damn White House anyway. There's a politics aside. I feel like the White House shouldn't really be turned into like a sporting venue. I just feel like that should be kind of a sacred landmark of sorts. I don't know if I even want all these people coming out there, but
Dana White was on The Herd yesterday and said it'll be under 5,000 people.
Sounds like a security risk.
Well, that's where my mind is. Yeah, I don't want 20,000 people there on the damn White House lawn. Now, I imagine security will be beefed up. I imagine that'd be very tough to get in there, and it would be pretty much all celebrities. I can't imagine they're letting just random UFC fans onto the damn lawn. It'd be kind of a who's who list, I would imagine. But
did you see him at the Yankees game last night?
I didn't see him at the game, but I saw him in the locker room shaking hands with Aaron Judge.
The Secret Service was out, patting everybody down. It was a whole mess.
I saw him in the Yankees clubhouse, dapping up Aaron Judge. Then Aaron Judge went and hit 2 homers.
Earlier in the week, I saw a couple Tennessee fans on Twitter being like, "Bring Donald Trump to the game." I'm like, that would be an absolute nightmare in terms of just security getting into the game. That's another hour of waiting and lines.
That was before the what happened this weekend.
Right.
This week. So that just changes the dynamic of everything too. But Yeah, no thanks on extra security and making that more of a headache. It's going to be enough of a madhouse anyways.
Well, since you bring up what happened this week, it looks like they've got the shooter.
Okay.
Donald Trump went on Fox News and said that they're pretty confident that they got the guy in custody. So,
okay.
But yeah, on Dana White, he says security is going to be a massive issue. At the end of the day, the Secret Service's job is to protect the president. So I don't know how it's going to work out having all those people there live on the lawn of the White House. But he says it'll be under 5,000 people. So yeah, not nearly as many as the estimated 20 to 25,000 that the president said, but still going to be an interesting deal. They're going to do it to celebrate the 250th birthday of America.
Okay. Any other headlines?
Not really.
Okay.
Big news in the W, John.
What's the news there?
Nafisa Collier becomes the first player in WNBA history to finish a regular season with 50, 40, 90 shooting splits, averaging over 20 a game.
Like I said, not really.
She's a beast. I love her. I love her so much.
Don't you have a Nafisa MVP bet?
No, I don't. But I think she's gotten that stolen from her anyways. I think the time off and how hot the Aces got down the stretch, I think Asia's about to win another one. Asia kind of came and stole it from her, and I think it'd be kind of deserving. Because Minnesota, if you really want to get into it, Sam, when Nafisa was out, Minnesota's still kind of a tank. Like, they didn't really need her. They were still pretty good without her. I think that kind of hurt her, and then, yeah, Asia and the Aces just went on an absolute tear. I'm excited for the playoffs, though, starting on Sunday. Kind of stupid to me they're starting on a Sunday, though, against NFL Sunday. Like, going to get completely buried. I consider myself a real fan, but I'm not going to be watching during the damn NFL Sunday. I'm going to be watching the damn Titans disappoint me.
We got this.
JC Latham out. I'm a little nervous about our tackle situation. How do we still have the worst damn offensive line in the league? We were still ranked 32nd last week. How do we still have the worst offensive line in the league? We've spent draft picks. We spent free agency money. We hired somebody's damn daddy to come coach him. He was supposed to be good. How are we still the worst offensive line in the league?
If I've learned anything from the Cowboys documentary, it's that it starts in the front office.
What I have to learn is that every year I say, Sam, the offensive line is going to be a little bit better. There's no way it could be worse.
Get worse.
And then every year it somehow gets worse.
They misevaluated.
Well, J.C. Latham just got hurt, and then I feel like it all just fell apart after he got hurt. But also, Denver, great defensive line. Although I feel like the Rams are just as good. Yeah, I feel like the Rams have a pretty damn good defensive line, too.
Younger.
So, oh, God. Bryce.
Jared Verse is going to eat our lunch.
Byron Young, come on, bro. You got some love for Tennessee. Don't hurt me. Don't hurt me this weekend. Football coming up next. Stick with us right here on FanRun Radio.
For the fans, by the fans, this is FanRun Radio, Knoxville.
Got a flat tire? Strange noise under the hood? Don't stress. Roll into Matlock Tire and Auto Service. From oil changes and brake repairs to brand new tires, Matlock's certified techs do it all. Fast, friendly, and fair priced. Matlock is the home of the price match guarantee. Bring in any competitor's ad, and Matlock will match the exact same tire for the exact same price. Matlock Tire and Auto Service. 5 locations in East Tennessee. Visit MatlockTireService.com to find the location nearest you and schedule your appointment.
Friday Night Lights are back, and that means so is the SM Athletics Friday Night Scoreboard Show. Join me, Tim Hill, a.k.a. Vols Tim 85, and my crew every Friday night starting at 9:30 p.m. Live action, live calls, and all of the biggest talking points in East Tennessee high school football. It's the Friday Night Scoreboard Show presented by SM Athletics right here on FanRun Radio, 1340 AM, the free FanRun app, and streaming live on YouTube on FanRun TV.
It's football time in Tennessee, so crack open a cold beer that doesn't fumble the flavor. Garage Beer is 100% beer-flavored beer. No gimmicks, just cold beer. Built for bonfires, backyards, and beating Bama. Garage Beer is proud to be brewed right here in the Volunteer State. So pick up a 12-pack today and look for the drive celebrating Football Fridays at select Garage Beer headquarters around town this fall. American-owned, Tennessee-brewed Garage Beer. 100% beer-flavored beer.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Let's get back to football. Looking at Georgia's road woes last year, their struggles. Sam kind of said it in passing, but 33 carries, 59 yards last year against Ole Miss. Now that's with losing 20 yards in sack yards. Or even more than that, I guess. Carson Beck had negative 20 yards. He had a long of 9, so there would have been even more sack yards there. They got to him. They pressured him. They sacked him. He lost 20 yards rushing. Their total was 33 carries for 59 yards and a touchdown. Now, Ole Miss had a first-round pick at defensive tackle with Walter Nolan. I mean, that guy's a beast. And I don't think Tennessee has a first-round pick on this defensive line. Definitely not like this year. Now, one of these talented freshmen could be first-round picks down the line. You got some real talent there, but in terms of just the guys that you're going to be relying on and the guys that would be draft eligible this year, you ain't got a first round pick on the defensive line like Ole Miss did last year.
Georgia had 3 turnovers in that game too. Lost a couple of fumbles, threw a pick. That's obviously always a big part.
Yeah, they fumbled 4 times. Now it was raining in that game, but like they fumbled 4 times. They lost 2, like you said. And Beck threw an interception. That doesn't help. That's not a winning formula on the road. And I will be fair, it was raining, so it was a little bit sloppier of game conditions. But Ole Miss, was able to handle the elements a little bit better, right?
Yeah.
They didn't lose any fumbles, and they threw 1 interception. So they were able to handle it. So I still got to dock Georgia a little bit for not being able to.
Yeah, and in a game like this, it's a lot of times it could come down to those type of things too that don't really necessarily get talked about all that much during the week. Turnovers, special teams, all those other elements of the game of complementary football. General Nealon's game maxims still apply today.
They do, but we can't predict them. You know what I mean? Like that's
right.
What when we're sitting here, we're trying to plan out this game. We're trying to talk about who's going to do what, how's it going to go. There can always be curveballs, right? Whether it be a fumble, whether it be, a kickoff return. And I would say that Tennessee probably feels pretty good about their special teams when it comes to kickoff and punt returns, especially like that they are close to popping one. We can't predict that.
No, those things are hard to account for. Georgia also had 4 turnovers in that game at Alabama. I'm looking towards a trend right here to see if this team has been pretty undisciplined on the road. I'm looking at Kentucky now.
Well, hopefully that means that Tennessee can go out here and force them to have turnovers then, huh?
They didn't turn it over at Kentucky. They just played very poorly.
Scoring 13 points against that Kentucky team. I mean, that should quell your fears that they could just line up and dominate you on the road, like, or just push you around at least. Like, I know they can still come in here and beat you, and I said I didn't think they could blow us out or that they would blow us out this year, but it's always in the cards whenever you play a 60-minute game. Things could just go wrong. Fumbles could happen. You could just be Joey Aguilar could completely lose his mind. Like, we have never seen Joey Aguilar play in a game like this before.
Georgia had 3 turnovers at Texas too. Now, they won that game. They dominated that game early.
Yeah, they won that game in the first quarter. Texas kind of.
Then they did have 3 turnovers.
Yeah, Texas kind of, it felt like at the time was coming back.
So, I mean, at Alabama and then at Texas and at Ole Miss last year, Georgia had 10 turnovers. So they didn't really take care of the ball on the road. I don't know how that necessarily translates into this year, but
I'm going to stop short of saying they suck on the road. Like, I'm going to stop short of saying they can't win on the road because that's not accurate. But I do think when you look, they've been dominant at home. They got a long win streak at home. You ain't been able to walk in there and beat them, but you have been able to clip them on the road a little bit. They are a little bit of a different team, which is fair to say. Like, everyone knows that in college football, home field advantage matters more than maybe any other sport. To me, it's college football, it's college basketball. Those are the 2 sports where home court advantage matter more than anywhere else.
Like we talked about at the end of that last segment with, like, the Titans O-line just continuing to get worse as the years go on. Do you expect, like, any of those Georgia categories that we're talking about, like the inability to run the football, turning it over, drops with the wide receivers, do you expect Georgia to get worse at that in a year's advance? Like, I feel like that's something that kept Kirby Smart up at night throughout this offseason and went his hardest to make sure that stuff kind of doesn't happen again.
It did, Sam, but it all ties back to why I think Tennessee wins this game is that Gunnar Stockton is going to allow Tennessee to crowd the box. At least, like, if I'm calling this game, like, hey, Gunnar Stockton, if you can beat us with 4 deep balls, go for it, buddy, because you ain't shown that you can hit them, and you ain't even shown that you'll throw them. Like, 31% of his attempts have come behind the line of scrimmage. 41% of those have been 9 yards or shorter, according to Rocky Top Talk. Like, his average, I saw another stat, like his average depth, his average air yards is like under 2 yards per attempt. I think it's 1.9. So, like, when you tell me that you're playing the offense where the pass game is essentially just an extension of the run game, that means we can play pretty close to the line. Now, maybe Mike Bobo has kept it vanilla. Maybe Georgia's not showing that, and maybe Georgia's going to unleash, and, hey, he's going to start throwing the ball deep down the field. I would simply say, logically, and I'm not Kirby Smart. Kirby Smart knows way more about football than I will, blah, blah, blah. Like, I got to do those disclaimers. If it was me and I had a young, inexperienced quarterback, or maybe not young at this point because I think he's a redshirt junior, and an experienced quarterback, I'm using those first 2 games that I'm paying for against Marshall and Austin Peay to get him some confidence. Like, I'm using those games to be like, hey, quarterback, go ahead and pad your stats a little bit. Not dissimilar from what we did with Joey Aguilar. Like, we're like, hey, Joey, go throw the rock. Let's go get this, this offense humming. Let's get this pass game humming. That's kind of what I would have done with Gunnar Stockton. And the fact that they didn't do that at all, and the fact that Kirby is coming out and publicly asking his quarterback, can we push the ball down the damn field? Like, he's got to be more explosive. That, to me, makes it think that it is a simple quarterback issue. And he is in his mind. And that's why I keep talking about the pressure being different, because in the playoff game, he threw the ball down the field because he had nothing to lose. Now he's got a starting job to lose. And if he loses it, he ain't getting it back. And I think that's why he's been afraid to make mistakes. Justin Fields talked about that after getting benched by Pittsburgh last year. Like, hey, I thought I was playing okay. We were winning, but I wasn't doing enough throwing the ball down the field. I was being too cautious. Like, in the NFL, you got to take what the defense gives you. You got to be able to throw the ball down the sideline. You got to be able to do that. Russ is throwing the ball down the field. I do think you have to be willing to do that. And I don't think Gunnar Stockton is. So, Sam, I think that's going to hurt their run game too. Like, if I'm there, I'm able to kind of load up and I'm not scared of being beaten over the top. We can live with that. We can live with crowding the box and, hey, Gunnar Stockton, play the game of your life in your first road start. And if he beats you, it beats you. But I'm not letting him run the ball down my throat.
You think we've been scouting Ryan Puglisi this week?
Is that their backup quarterback?
The backup quarterback for Georgia?
I would imagine not, because if Ryan Puglisi gets in, I imagine he will have even less of experience playing football or on the road, especially.
He's a freshman, I believe.
Yeah.
So,
he 4-star recruit, so it's not like he's some like huge blue chipper that can't miss, like one of those guys, one of those 5 stars. So no, I don't think we've been scouting him.
Another game where Georgia struggled on the road, Auburn 2 years ago. They had 2 turnovers in that game too. So
they won that one close though, right?
Yeah, but it was a struggle. A little bit of a trend for Georgia on the road. I mean, when I tell you they had 10 combined in Alabama, Texas, and Ole Miss last year, like they were clean at Kentucky, but still only scored 13 points in that game. Georgia hasn't been great on the road. Now, the Texas game, the score looked good at the end of the day because they got on them early.
Yeah.
But they really have not been great on the road in the last couple seasons.
Did you go back further than the last couple of seasons?
No, I didn't.
Because I'm curious, since Kirby's got that thing rolling, they don't lose at home.
Right.
They don't lose at home. But I was curious if you could say that every year about them on the road too. And I know in 2022 they went undefeated. Is that right? So they didn't lose it, home or road, but that was with Stetson Bennett. 2021 they lost in the SEC championship, but was undefeated in the regular season.
Yeah, and the further back you go, of course, all the players change. So
right.
You find some different things. But
yeah, different quarterbacks and experience level and all that. So I don't know if there's really any use of going back that far.
Okay. I do think there is some correlation, though, to what you guys are talking about. You go back too far, and a lot of that was Brock Bowers and Ladd McConkey over there, and you haven't had dynamic enough playmakers on that offense ever since then, and maybe that is kind of a reason why they can't go out there and just be as dominant of a team on the road as they are at home.
I mean, you could argue that Brock Bowers is the greatest weapon that's been in college football, at least the SEC. When you look at just a mismatch and how he could run and his size of the last, 7 or 8 years, he's as big of a mismatch as anybody. Ladd McConkey never felt like a mismatch, but I feel like if Ladd McConkey wasn't white, we would have talked about him a lot differently in terms of his top end talent and how elite he was. Because
he's really damn good.
He should have been a first-round wide receiver. There was some talk that he would be a first-round wide receiver, and I think, and I was victim of that in 2022 of looking and saying, they ain't really got any wide receivers, and then Ladd McConkey's just running by our guys all day, and you're like, oh, never mind. And then the draft people are like, actually, when you look at this, he looks a lot like Antonio Brown did in his prime at Pittsburgh, with the way he gets in and out of breaks and how he could create separation and how he can run past people. And I'm like, okay. And then of course he's gotten to the NFL, and I would say he's off to a really good start in the NFL. So I do think they had 2 just really super dynamic players, and Zachariah Branch is a 5-star and all those things, but he's got a long way to go before I think of him as Ladd McConkey. And Big Delp out there is a good tight end. He's got a long way to go before I fear him the way you fear Brock Bowers. But also, Sam, I think those 2 guys also benefited from, Stetson Bennett. Kind of the same way we talked about, Ladd McConkey being underrated. I think Stetson Bennett was underrated for a while just because of the walk-on stuff, and a guy would just make back-breaking plays and make winning plays when he had to. For the most part, I mean, he did. I still don't know what the hell happened to him in that damn Alabama playoff game where he flipped the switch. I mean, he sucked for a while, and then all of a sudden, Alabama was up, and then Jake Fromm has a turnover, and then he comes to that turnover and plays damn near perfect football the last quarter and a half, and then just turned into a killer. I think Georgia still carries a lot of weights from those 2 years with him. They went back-to-back. They won national championships. It's with a good reason. But I think kind of like how Alabama the last couple of years ain't quite been that Death Star Alabama, I think this Georgia program isn't quite at that peak that they had when they won the 2 titles. And I think we're still kind of treating them that way. They couldn't move the ball against Ole Miss last year. They would have moved the ball against Ole Miss in 21 and 22. They would have found a way to do that. They couldn't do it last year.
They seem to be without the same playmakers they've had in the past. They tried to upgrade their wide receivers over the offseason.
Yep.
And I do think, there's a possibility there that we see those guys shine, especially being down our top 2 corners. Now, everybody's been impressed so far with Colton Hood and Ty Redmond, but you do worry about that somewhat when you're down, the two starters you thought you'd have coming into the season, and they got a guy like Zachariah Branch. I mean, maybe he's got a coming out party at some point this season. You hope it's not tomorrow. I don't want to say for sure that they don't have any playmakers because I know they tried to address it in the offseason.
Yeah, they went out and got Branch from USC, like you're talking about, and Noah Thomas from A&M.
Yeah,
so they did go out and try to get guys.
You haven't really seen it so far pay dividends, but Georgia hasn't been tested yet, same as us. So at some point in the season, maybe those guys are playmakers. Maybe they get back to that.
And it's very possible Gunnar Stockton looked at the first two matchups and said, hey, I ain't got to do anything. We'll win this game off talent alone. And maybe there'll be a point in this game where he has to decide, hey, I got to go let it rip. And all of a sudden he's throwing the ball down the field again. And those receivers are making plays down the field. Maybe that happens. I just think if you look scared against Marshall and you look scared against Austin Peay and you're throwing the ball to the line of scrimmage and you're scared to take the ball, any chances, I don't see how you all of a sudden get inside Neyland Stadium for your first road game and decide now you're going to put the ball in danger.
You've talked about Gunnar Stockton all week.
Yeah.
Do you think he has to beat us? Is that what you believe?
No, but I think if you simulate the game and you're looking for like the most logical and like the most reasonable, like we said, it's 60 minutes. Like I think Gunnar Stockton could play a bad game, but this goes wrong for Tennessee. We fumble, we throw an interception. When this goes wrong, this goes wrong. You can maybe get them, get beat by them with a mid Gunnar Stockton game. But I just think in most of the simulations, of the 1,000 simulations, like Georgia wins when he plays well.
Mm-hmm.
Like he has to play well for Georgia to win, I guess is what I should say. Like
if we both play an average game, you average out what you've done so far this season, how Tennessee's played, how Georgia's played. You think that would have to be the difference?
And just a normal football game where it's not like, hey, they blocked the punt and ran another one back.
Turnovers.
Right.
Yeah.
So I won't say he has to play good for them to beat us, but I think that's the most reasonable, most logical path for Tennessee to lose is that he has to play good. Or else we'll be able to bottle them up. Now, even in that scenario, Cody, even if they score 13 points, Tennessee's got to find a way to get to 17 or get to 14.
Well, that's the other side of it.
And Josh Heupel ain't been able to score more than 17. So, even if Gunnar Stockton plays a pretty mid game, Georgia can still find their way to 14 or 17 points. So, Tennessee would still have to go out and do something on offense they ain't quite necessarily done against Kirby Smart.
Yeah, that's the flip side to the coin there. You got to score on Kirby's defense.
So, for as much as I've talked about Gunnar Stockton, I do think Joey Aguilar has to play at least a B game. I don't think he's going out there with a C+ game and winning in most scenarios. He can't go out there and turn the ball over or he miss open shots. He has to play a B game himself. In years past, I think anytime we've talked about having a chance to beat Georgia, I think we've always looked and said our quarterback has to play an A game or an A+ game to give us a chance. We could have won in 22 if Hendon Hooker had played an A game. He left a lot of deep balls on the field. They would have had to be near perfect throws. But our wide receivers did get some separation. He just missed them. He'd overthrow them by 3 or 4 yards or 3 or 4 steps. Our quarterbacks would have had to play an A game to win those games. Joe Milton could have hung in with Georgia in 23 if Joe Milton plays an A game. Of course, that hasn't happened. We haven't came close. We haven't thrown for more than 200 yards against Georgia over the last 3 matchups. We haven't been able to crack 200 yards. Which is kind of crazy when you think of college football and today and how many snaps you get, how many damn possessions you get with how fast the game goes. Not being able to throw for 200 yards is crazy. We ain't done it the last 3 games. I think Joey Aguilar has to break the 200-yard mark. He ain't got to throw for 350, but he's got to break 200 yards.
Is that you alluding to the fact that they're going to throw more than they're going to run?
Tennessee?
Yeah.
I think Tennessee's going to try to run. We're a running team, but I think you have to I think you have to beat Georgia by playing complementary football. You can't be one dimensional. So I think, Maddie, that we'll definitely run the ball more, but Joey has to be able to hit those intermediate to deep throws. Because Georgia, they're completely fine in the past of just saying, hey, here's the box, we're loading it. you can run against us maybe for 3 or 4 yards. Like Dylan Sampson ran against Georgia last year, but it was 3, 4, 5 yards a carry. Like you had to really, really grind them out. And if you have 1 or 2 bad plays, boom, drives over. That's kind of what happened to us in the second half. Like you can do it, but you're going to have to be consistent. You can't have any holding penalties, and you can't have any false starts, and you got to make sure you're on schedule. But I think, like Georgia said, hey, here's 7 guys in the box. We're going to cover your wide receivers with just 4 one-on-one coverage. Beat us. And Tennessee ain't been able to beat them. I think on Saturday, Tennessee's going to have to beat a couple of those matchups and win a couple. And I do think the wide receivers are more capable this year than they have been the last 2.
You've got to run the ball first and foremost. You have to establish a run in this game. I think, you remember those old Florida games against Tennessee? And it was always the stat for years and years, the team with the most rushing yards won the game. And, like, it didn't always tell the whole story, but it kind of did a lot of those years. To me, this feels kind of like one of those games. And if you can run the ball against Georgia, because they're going to be set up to stop your passing game. It's like Brooks was talking about how they're okay with the light boxes because they know they can rotate those guys in and they can hold their own against the run, so they're not going to let you throw the ball. They can't do that. You have to force them to not do that. You have to force them to bring more in the box. If you're getting 6 or 7 yards against those 4, then that's just you being balanced, and then that opens things up in the passing game.
See, I think – so, like, are you telling me like there's a certain number Tennessee has to get to, or it just has to be more than Georgia when you look at the run game? Like, what do you mean?
I think whoever runs the ball the most effectively is probably going to win the game.
Okay, so
it feels like one of those type of games.
So by effectively, like let's try to hammer down what you mean there. Like you just mean like yards per attempt being the highest, or what do you?
I think total yards, just moving the ball down the field.
Okay,
because
there's like a certain number. Like Tennessee doesn't have to get like 150 in your mind to be considered successful.
But if you tell me we've got 180 rushing yards and Georgia's got 130, I'm going to feel good about our chances. Like, it's not going to be exact.
See, to me, it's not about Tennessee's offense and their run game. To me, it's about Tennessee's defense stopping Georgia's run game.
Well, that's that's
so like if you told me Tennessee had 180 rushing yards, but you told me Georgia had like 130 or 150, I don't think I'd luck that in.
Well, it's not going to be that's what I'm saying. If it's 150, I don't know.
To me, it's more about keeping Georgia bottled up, keeping them at like 3.5
under 100.
Well, keeping them at 3.5 yards in attempts on average, type of thing. No big explosive runs, none of those drives where it's 7, 8, 10 yards a pop. Like, if they want to invest in the run, even if they run for 150 yards, but it took them like 35 attempts to do it, I'll live with that.
Yeah.
If it's 3.5 yards in an attempt. And with Tennessee, if we have 180 rushing yards, but it took us 35 or 40 times to do it, I don't think I sign up for that.
I just think it's going to be one of those classic football games of running the ball and playing defense. That's what I think it's going to come down to, who does that better. Like, I don't think either quarterback's going to have 300 yards. I think we're going to see fairly conservative quarterback play, and like one guy will have to make some plays when he has to. I hope Joey can make some plays when he has to, but like I'd be surprised to see Joey over 250 in this game. You told me the last 3 years we haven't been over 200.
Say that again. Yeah, we haven't been over 300 in the passing game.
Over 200. Yeah.
Over 200.
I think it's going to be a similar type of game that we're going to try to run the ball first, and that's going to be our bread and butter. And it's just going to be a matter of, can we do that?
See, that grosses me out a little bit.
You don't think that'll be the type of game? You think?
I want it to be half and half. I want the balanced offense. I don't want. In my mind, the way I see Tennessee winning this game is with a quarterback advantage.
You don't think we can beat Georgia playing Georgia football?
I don't want to sign up and voluntarily play Georgia football. Like, I think we could win a slobber knocker. Like, I think we could. But, like, I think if my key to victory is, like, Gunnar Stockton being on the other sideline, then I have to try to use having a better quarterback to my advantage. Like, I think we have to put some pressure on them with points. Like, I think if it's a really low-scoring game, that plays into Georgia's hand.
Mm-hmm. Since 22, you've held them under 4 yards per rush, and
yeah, like
it has been the quarterback that's been beating you.
Yeah, Carson Beck threw for 350 last year. And like Nico couldn't keep up, and we got shut out in the second half. Like, to me, it's like we have to go out and find points. We can win a low-scoring game. I just don't want to. I don't think that's our best path to victory. If I'm mapping out our best path to victory, it's, hey, let's get to like 27. Let's get to 30 and make Georgia find their way there.
I know what you're saying. Like the quarterback's going to have to make some plays, but I don't think it's going to be the reason that we win or lose is what I'm saying. I think that the more important thing in this game is just it's going to be in the trenches. It's going to be running the ball and playing defense. It's going to be closer to one of those type of games.
Realistically, you're probably right. I'm just saying that makes me more nervous. Like when you say the game's going to be one in the trenches, I think it's one in like the defensive line for Tennessee. If Tennessee's going to win, they've stopped the run. And on the trenches on the offensive side, like I need Tennessee to be able to pass block, and I need to be able to convert short yardage. That's enough for me. Like I don't necessarily have to have the 4, 5, 6 yard runs. Like I think Tennessee's going to do that. That's what they tried to do against Georgia last year, and it just didn't work. We got chewed up.
Well, what do they do when they can't run and they can't pass? What do they do every time, every year? Wide receiver screen after wide receiver screen.
Yeah. What's the hope? The hope, Maddie, would be that the wide receivers are a little bit more dynamic this year and have a little bit more wiggle and top end speed. Like so. I'm hoping that the wide receivers can actually get open down the field and get hits, or they could take those screen passes and get 6 or 7 yards, because against Georgia, they ain't really been able to do that. But I do think this year the wide receivers are a little bit more dynamic. And I'm sure Georgia's still got some aliens back there in the secondary. But, like, is the secondary still as good as it was with, like, Rambo back there and a couple of those other defensive backs? Because, like, he completely, like, shut us down in 22. I'm sure they still got.
I think it's their best unit since 22. In the
really?
secondary.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is there a number from Joey that you're looking for, or a range? Like if I told you Joey only has 190 passing yards, and that's the only thing you know,
then I feel like we lose the game.
You feel like we lose the game.
Yeah. Now, of course, that's not automatic, and there's caveats to it and everything. But like, I need to see Joey get to 250.
250
is the number in my head.
Okay.
I'd feel good. I'd lock in 250 right now. I think Tennessee wins if he gets to 250.
That feels like a tall task
Okay.
to me when I hear it. I mean, but you've convinced me though on Gunnar Stockton. So like maybe I'm looking at it more.
He's going to come out and ball out, and he's going to be like, damn it, John.
Well, maybe I'm looking at it more so as like Joey's just got to be better than Gunnar Stockton. He doesn't have to have a wow performance. Like if I told you he has 190, but Gunnar Stockton didn't crack 100.
Sure, yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying we're losing that. Like,
yeah,
I'm not saying that.
Like
but
if our defense eats Gunnar Stockton's lunch, though, I think maybe then Joey just has to make a couple of plays here and there.
What if I tell you that Jalen Milroe threw for 374 yards last year against Georgia at home? Does 250 still seem high at that point?
I mean, that would surprise me.
Now, Ryan Williams had the 75-yard touchdown at the end of the game, but like even then, he still had 300 yards.
I'm guessing most of that was just carving them up in the first half.
Well, sure, yeah, they didn't do much in the second half, but he threw for 374 yards, 2 touchdowns and an interception.
That's a big number on a Georgia defense. I don't know what DeBoer drew up in that first half, but that's probably going to be the highlight of his coaching career.
Does 250 still seem out of reach and impossible if I tell you that with Jalen Milroe?
I don't think it's out of reach or impossible. It sounds like a big number to me.
Okay.
Against a Georgia defense, but I think I'm more interested in how many yards we can run for. How good our rushing.
I don't know if it's that simple, Cody. Like you outrushed them by 40 yards last year.
Yeah.
But the thing was you had 0 sacks with your defensive line that you thought was just absolutely nasty, and they had 5 on you.
Yeah.
Like I think it's more getting pressure on Gunnar Stockton more than stopping the run.
Well, all things are true. I mean, it's a complimentary football.
I just think like in the Tim Banks era, that's been what you've leaned on the entire time. Like the pass defense is caught up over the last couple of years, but you've always been a good run defense under Tim Banks, like in the Josh Heupel era.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. You got to get after the quarterback in a game like this. Make him hurt, make him wish he wasn't playing in Neyland Stadium. I mean, that's going to be a big part of the game.
I really hope Colton Hood is as good as we think he is after the first 2 weeks, and as good as that guy in Colorado convinced me he was. Like, I really hope he can hold up here.
That's the thing about it being week 3. There's still a lot of unknowns.
Yeah.
Both sides.
We'll find something out tomorrow. Getting closer and closer. This time tomorrow, I'll be sitting down, drinking some booze, playing some music, getting ready to go pick up some Papa John's pizza. Oh, it's going to be a day. It's going to be a day. Last call on the other side. Cody's official game prediction coming up next.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is FanRun Radio.
Hi, this is Bo Kregner from the Kregner Group at Realty Executives, and I know there's a lot of choices here in East Tennessee when it comes to choosing a realtor. Here's why the Kregner Group is different. At the Kregner Group, our motto is walking by faith, serving others. It's how I live my life. It's how I run my business. Here at the Kregner Group, we're committed to doing real estate the right way. Faith, honesty, integrity. The Kregner Group. Call me anytime at 865-742-1035 or visit my website at bonoshouses.com.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
For over 3 years, Crumble Cookies has served the Knoxville area, from Clinton Highway to Parkside Drive. Even our friends out in Maryville have reached you, our fans, with the best cookies in the game. This fall, Crumble is gearing up for yet another fantastic season. Whether you're tailgating or looking for a pick-me-up after getting the kids from school, Crumble has you covered. Download the Crumble app to check out this week's rewards and features. And stop on by. Tell them FanRun sent you, but don't miss the cookies.
Here's more with Dr. Stephen Malone from Knoxville Smiles.
So in the past, we've talked about salivary testing and how that can benefit your overall health. And today we're talking about nitric oxide levels. And people don't talk about that in dentistry very much. It's a new thing. So what we're learning is that mouth breathing is detrimental to your health, and we should think about nasal breathing as a priority. And sometimes we have structures in the mouth that keep people from being able to breathe through their nose. And there's things we could do with orthodontics, possibly surgery. There may be some bone in the mouth that is overgrown in the floor of the mouth that can affect where your tongue position. It makes it hard to breathe through your nose. And people think that's all about sleep apnea, but it could be about just the way your circulation works. As we get older, the nitric oxide levels decrease anyway. So we don't want to make that worse by not having the proper structures. Today in dentistry, we're looking for that, and we're trying to do things to help people. So sometimes straightening your teeth and giving your tongue space is a health issue, not a cosmetic issue. So if there's something that we could do to try to help you figure that out, that's what we're trying to do every day.
Schedule your appointment online today at KnoxvilleSmiles.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Ready to launch your career? Axle Logistics is a leading third-party logistics company where excellence is an energy. With an award-winning culture, Axle proves that positive outcomes come from a positive environment and a work hard, play hard mentality. At Axle, the drive for success is infectious. And with an uncapped commission structure, hard work isn't just noticed, it's rewarded. For those with big goals and even bigger dreams, Axle Logistics is the place to start your career. A reminder, if you're not doing anything this Friday evening, you want to head on over to Dick's House of Sport, see Joey Kent. He'll be there from 6 to 7:30 p.m. All right, last call here on the program. Cody, your final thoughts on Tennessee taking on Georgia.
I've got the whole game script for you. I've got the way that it's played out in my dreams, the way that I see this game going. I'm imagining myself with my eyes closed in the stadium. Tennessee strikes first.
They have done that. They have done that in all 4 games.
Touchdown, Tennessee. First drive, we get the ball. Our very first drive is going to be a touchdown, 7-0 Vols. Georgia is going to even it up 7-7, and we're going to be in the stands like, great start, but boy, we're going to be in for a fight. Then it's going to be a stalemate for the rest of most of the first quarter and the second quarter. We're going to add a field goal just before the half. It's going to be a situation where we're in the red zone and we come up short and got to settle for the field goal. We go into halftime leading the game 10-7. We're not feeling great. We're feeling okay, but it's still a stalemate. Third quarter, we come out, get in the red zone again, come up short again. Got to kick another field goal. But we make the field goal because we make field goals at Tennessee. It's what we do. So now we're up 13-7. We get a little bit of a breath. We've got a little bit of breathing room. But then Kirby and the boys, Mike Bobo draws something up. Georgia scores a touchdown. And we say, oh, God. Oh, God. This is where the adversity sets in. This is the part of the novel where, like, you know, there's that middle adversity and, like, things go really south for the protagonist before they can go up again. Well, they're going to keep going south. We're going to be backed up. Georgia's going to be winning the field position game. We're going to give up a safety. Now it's 16-13 Dogs. They got all the momentum in the world. We're getting late in the third quarter at this point. Late in the third quarter. We're struggling to move the ball. We can't run the ball. Georgia's got us figured out. And then what's going to happen is that middle of the third quarter, as I like to call it, Neyland magic. Think Jawan Jennings, 2016, when that game turned. Remember the big pass down the sideline? Remember the big pass to Malone? Suddenly, Joey is going to figure out this Georgia defense. The pass game is going to come up big. We're going to hit a couple of big splash plays. Touchdown, Tennessee. The place is going to be rocking. We're up 20-16 now. We're not going to do anything offensively for the rest of the game. The whole fourth quarter, we're not going to score any more points. But our defense.
But you said Joey figured out the damn defense.
He did in the third quarter, but Georgia adjusted. Kirby's great at adjustments.
Okay.
We're up 20-16 in the fourth quarter, but we're not doing anything else offensively. But you know what? Georgia's not doing anything offensively either because the Neyland magic took over. The crowd's in the game. We're going to break the decibel record at 20-16. Everybody's going to be just absolutely elated. The defense, they're going to will the defense into stopping Georgia. Georgia's going to punt. Georgia's going to punt again. Offense is going to get the ball back. We're going to kick one more field goal.
I thought you said we were going to score any more points.
Well, hang on. We're going to kick one more field goal in the fourth quarter to solidify that touchdown lead. We're going to have a nice 23-16 lead at this point in time, and then the defense is going to get one final stop, and then we're going to kneel on it. And we're going to win the game 23-16, just like we beat Florida State in the 1998 National Championship game. 23-16, Vols.
Sam, you don't really have much time left to go through your dreams, I guess.
Bubba wanted to give his prediction as well. He texted me on the way out. He's got Vols 38, Georgia 24.
Bubba sees a shootout.
He does. Scoring. I'm going to go Georgia 30, Tennessee 24.
Should have started with Sam, then let Cody do his whole thing.
Sanford Sam.
No offense to Sam, he just doesn't get it. He's not been around for Neyland magic. He's going to a damn wedding. What the hell does he know? That's how much he's so balled up. He's not even going to be watching the damn game. He's not going to be there. What the hell does he know? He hasn't seen what happens when that beautiful, beautiful fortress comes alive. He don't understand. He don't get it. He thinks 22 against Alabama was just a fluke. He thinks it was an aberration. There's been many, many teams come in there and die, Sam. And Gunnar Stockton is just going to be another body, another skeleton there on top of it as we slay the dragon and end the streak. 30-24. Get the hell out.
It's that middle of the third quarter when the sun's going down. That weird press box shadow on one side of the field where it's sunny on one side and dark on the other, that's gone to where it's just kind of a gray hue. The sun's going down over the stadium. That's that third quarter magic.
I can't wait to sing some Morgan Wallen with the boys. Never thought I'd say that, but I'm ready. That'll do it for us. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. Hopefully we're breaking down a big win on Monday. Everybody be safe. Give them hell if you'll be in the stadium.
Take FanRun Radio with you on the all-new FanRun app. Just search for FanRun Radio wherever you download your apps.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies, acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
The number one problem we see at our clinic is delaying treatment. ED can get worse.
Book your appointment right now. Call 865-544-8220. Prefer privacy? Book online in under 30 seconds at menspronaknoxville.com.
At our clinics, men's sexual health is the whole job. Look, I'm a normal guy too. I hate going to the doctor. But we've helped so many guys in here just like you. Even if pills have failed, our medical team is going to take the time to talk you through it. Same day in-house lab, and the treatments, well, they could change your life.
Your local medical team has your back. ED, performance, Peyronie's, size and shape modeling. We tailor what works for you.
I'll get to the point. Can you imagine epic performance and epic sex? Yeah, I said it.
A stronger you is closer than you think. We're available right now. Call 865-544-8220. Or book in 30 seconds or less at menspronaknoxville.com. Men's Pro Knoxville, making it happen.
Yee-haw! I've been hooting and hollering ever since I started betting with the VIP Play app. VIP Play has more than 200 leagues, every bet type you can imagine, live betting and live hosts, all with 24/7 support from real live people when you need them. Start betting better with the VIP Play app today.
Don't be a better, be a better with VIP Play today.
Download VIP Play today or head to VIPPlayApp.com. Make sure you use the promo code FANRUN to take advantage of their welcome bonus and so they know that we sent you. Gambling problem? Call 1-800-8899-789. Must be 21 or older and located in Tennessee to bet.
Take FanRun Radio with you on the all-new FanRun app. Just search for FanRun Radio wherever you download your apps.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville. FanRun Radio.
Dino. Welcome.
Tony.
Welcome, brother. Welcome, brother.
Is
this a real thing? Hey, to my friends at Calhoun's on the river, let's hear it all around the world.
Oh, yeah.
How many people are ready for what's going to happen in Neyland Stadium tomorrow? Let's welcome these Georgia fans with us here today in your own way. Welcome these Georgia fans. All right, we're going to have some fun at Calhoun's on the river. It's a place to be. My name's Tony Basilio. That's Bino Jeff Henderson. We are fired up, focused, and prepared for what's about to happen. This, Bino, I got chills, man. I mean, the hair on the back of my head, if you could see it, is standing up right now. Bino, this is truly what it's all about. You and I talk down through the years. If these people could understand, and I've sat out there and met and greeted with so many different folks from all around the state, all around the area, all around the region who have come in here today to experience this thing that we experience, and then we transmit it to the world, which is a kind of a magical thing. But Bino, the vibe out here right now is what it's all about.
Yeah, it's just such a blessing, Tony. Every Saturday out here, every Friday and Saturday is special. It's precious. But there are some that are just a little bit more precious than others. And this is one of them right here, big-time SEC football game.
And they say, Bino, this is why you come. They say this is why we come. Athletes will say it to you. Coaches and kids will say it to you. This is sort of what it's all about. And you know what? When you get in this atmosphere and you feel this atmosphere, you know that's more than just conversation. And I can see why Gunnar Stockton's not going to handle it well tomorrow. Because I'm up here. I've done thousands of these shows, thousands of them. And I got to tell you something, y'all. I don't know if I'm going to execute out here today. I'm going to be like Gunnar Stockton. I'm going to be fumbling all over myself today here, Beanstar.
I doubt that, Tony. I doubt that.
Pretty fired up, though, today. I want to thank Joshy Boy and Artemis for helping me get set up here.
Artemis didn't strain himself, did he?
Artemis has my legs growing out of his arm sockets. Maybe we'll have him come during our first break here and do a pose down for you. But, yeah, my legs are growing out of his arm sockets for some reason. All right, Bino, how excited are you for this opportunity? I asked my guys on Winners and Losers presented by Dos Equis last night. I went around the room. We had like 6 guys in the panel. And I asked the guys, you know, how many think we're going to win this game? And these are guys that play for money, okay? They're not entertainment purposes only. But we split 50-50 on that. Here's the way I look at tomorrow's game. How many people listening to me right now out here and around the world thought we were winning the Georgia game back in the summer? How many? What would you say the percentage was besides that guy with the button? And I love your button,
That's
by
all
the
right.
way.
So
That's
far,
old school.
That's good.
That's old school.
It's 1%
That
here.
button's old school. And I love that button, by the way.
1% here, which is pretty
Okay,
representative.
so 1%. That's about a good, right? Now, after watching our team for a couple of weeks, there's a lot more hope. How many people right now think Tennessee can win this game tomorrow? That's fair. Here's what the Georgia people need to understand. They're going to walk into a different Neyland Stadium tomorrow. I believe this now. I don't know. Like, none of us know that the Vols are going to win, right? But I can promise you this. That atmosphere in that place, this fan base, you can feel it. Bino, the Vol Navy right now is hundreds deep already.
Yeah.
Already.
Yes.
Okay? That's as many boats as I think we've ever seen down here. When I was pulling up today, did you have that thought?
Yes, absolutely. It's how many deep? How many deep right there?
I mean,
10?
look down the channel there, Bino. Look down the river, all the way down there. I mean, this is getting real up in here, y'all. This is getting real. And the truth is, we do a lit stadium better than anybody. When Tennessee's on the up, and you walk into that place, we've had some people evoking 40th anniversary of the 85 team this week. I really think that could happen in there tomorrow. All the ingredients are there for that to happen. It's going to be a beautiful fall day just like it was then. It's around the same time of the year. It's basically in the same time slot.
Yeah.
All the ingredients are there, Bino.
Yeah, I mean, Georgia's been Heupel's nemesis so far.
Yep.
It's been the puzzle that he couldn't solve.
Yep.
But there's just a feel about this game that is, for me, seems a whole lot like Alabama a couple years ago.
Yep.
To me, it's I haven't gone in this game with a whole lot of hope until this year.
And y'all, all we can ask for is a little hope. All we need is a little crack of light tomorrow. All we need is for Gunnar Stockton, just like he did in that playoff game, to lay the ball on the ground a couple of times. I'm asking my Georgia friends, can we make that happen tomorrow? Can Gunnar Stockton lay the ball on the ground just like he did in that loss to Notre Dame? Here's the thing about it. I think he's a fine player. I think both these quarterbacks are going to compete tomorrow. I think both those teams are going to compete. Tennessee might be better than people think they are, Bino. That's kind of what I'm counting on here. Tennessee might be better than people think they are.
Yeah, and the unknown gives you some anxiety here from both sides of it.
Yeah.
Because I'm not sure either team knows. I do not think this is as good a Georgia team at this point in time than the past 4 that we've played. but I'm also not sure exactly who we are either. So everybody's going to know a whole lot more about both teams tomorrow.
Well, we're fired up, focused, and prepared. We've got a full bank already down here at Calhoun's on the River. Shout out to my man, Grade A Grounds Billy. Shout out to the great Tom Marine. Shout out to my friends I just met in Chattanooga. Shout out to my friends from Columbia that have come up here today. I'm shouting everybody. I mean, we got a spirit of love in the air today. And, hell, Bino, I'm even ready to shout out to Georgia fans. I'm feeling so good today. Frosty brought the Georgia fans with him. Who am I to argue? Mike Hugan, and on the other side, we set up what is a great college football weekend, but the epicenter of it all resides right here. The epicenter of it all resides where? Right here in Knoxville, the city of champions, America's college sports city. Take a brief timeout. We come back with more.
Get you a hat like Cam.
Bino, look at that damn barge out there.
Yeah.
That's serious. Is that the thing Mike Griffith's on? It's like the thing Mike Griffith's on. As we take a...
What?
As we take a... Yeah, it's got like gas and propane on it. Look at that thing. I don't know if I've ever seen a ship that big out there. Have you, Bino?
No, that's...
Look at the size of that bad boy. That's exactly what Gunnar Stockton's going to see coming around the corner on him tomorrow. That's what Tennessee's defensive line's going to look like to him. As we take a brief timeout and come back with more. On your other side, it's a Friday live at Calhoun's on the River after this.
Are you searching for a great local coffee? I'm Billy with Grade A Grounds. You can buy our freshly roasted coffee online and support a good cause with every sip. Great coffee, greater causes. Visit our website today, gradeagrounds.com.
You got to dream about buying some land and building on that land? Well, Waterside Contracting is your ticket. 25 years of making dreams come true, Michael Scott, for hundreds in our area. Custom homes or remodels, Waterside Contracting will build on your lot. They do incredible work all over the area. Structural integrity, quality without compromise. It's a way of life with Waterside Contracting. Check out the wonderful work Waterside does. WatersideContractingLLC.com. When it's time for your dreams to come true. Quality without compromising. Waterside Contracting. Preparing food for a big gathering can really take it out of you. That's why you need to call Calhoun's and check out their selection of party platters. Whether you're hosting a party for the big game, a reunion, or just an everyday gathering, a Calhoun's party platter is next level. Choose from Calhoun's always excellent chicken tenders, fly with Calhoun's wings, or boneless wings with a variety of dipping sauces, award-winning next-level melt-in-your-mouth barbecue ribs, or delicious spinach artichoke dip, or get one of each. Plus, if you're doing burgers or sandwiches, Calhoun's has lots of side dishes like spinach Maria, baked cinnamon apples, Smoky Mountain baked beans, or creamy coleslaw. Available in pints, quarts, and gallons. And to finish things off, pick up one of Calhoun's great desserts to go, including homemade cheesecake or key lime pie. Calhoun's, simply your go-to party headquarters. With 9 locations all over East Tennessee, you can order online and just pick it up. Calhoun's, one of the Copper Cellar family of restaurants, along with Chesapeake's, Copper Cellar, Corner 16, Cherokee Grill, and Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good. When it's time for your next move, you want to get your precious belongings from point A to point B with your peace of mind intact. That's why you need to call my friends at Gouffon Moving and Storage, East Tennessee's moving legend. Gouffon Moving and Storage has been helping East Tennesseans move since 1887. That's 138 years, 5 generations. That's even longer than the Dooley, Jones, and Pruitt era combined. Gouffon Moving and Storage, pro movers, serving Knoxville, surrounding areas, and interstate moves too, both residential and commercial. And we'll provide you with personalized service that other corporate movers simply cannot. We know how to move all types of items. We pay careful attention to our clients' valuables. Your satisfaction as a customer is our absolute priority. As the oldest continually owned and operated family moving business in the United States, when it's time for your next move, it's Gouffon Moving and Storage. And storage, it's secure and vaulted. Our newest offering of commercial storage logistics, we offer receiving, storage, and delivery services for all your business logistic needs. See more at Gouffon.com. That's Gouffon.com. Or check out the link at tclub.team. When it's time for your next move, East Tennessee's moving legend, Gouffon Moving and Storage.
Why limit great savings to just one weekend? This year, our Labor Day special lasts all month long. It's the September Smart Comfort event from Pipe Wrench Plumbing, Heating, and Cooling. This month only, enjoy valuable home comfort upgrades at no extra cost when you install a new HVAC system or water heater to prepare your home for the colder months ahead. This September, you can get a free furnace upgrade with qualifying HVAC system installation or free sediment filter with water heater installation. Pipe Wrench is your partner for energy-efficient and cost-effective upgrades that keep your family comfortable and safe year-round. We make it easy with free on-site estimates for replacements and free second opinions on repairs. And if budgets are tight, we offer flexible payment plans including 0% financing with credit approval. No rush, no stress, just smart seasonal savings for HVAC or water heater installations until the end of September. Call Pipe Wrench at 865-264-8090 or book online at pipewrench.com to schedule your appointment today. And as always, same-day service guaranteed or the visit is free.
Life never stops moving. And between the 30-minute commutes, daycare pickups, weekly soccer practice, Tuesday night yoga, X number of coffee runs, and that weekend trip to grandma's, you're racking up the miles. What you need is a tire that can keep up. A tire designed for doers. A tire that's going to last. Like the exceptionally long-lasting Michelin Defender tire. With an 80,000-mile warranty and the safety and comfort you expect, you can forget all about the miles ahead and focus on getting to your destination or conquering your to-do list. Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. That's Fleet Tire, I-275 exit 1B at East Woodland Avenue in Knoxville. Fleet Tire.
Inward Half is committed to the game and the memorable moments that happen in between. From the tee box to the tailgate, from the green to the big game. For the first birdie with Dad, the first big win with Mom. Friday night lights, Saturday superstitions, Sunday traditions. All into the comfort and unparalleled performance of Inward Half. This fall, enjoy the walk-in.
Are you tired of hiding your smile because of crooked teeth? At Knoxville Smiles, we've got the perfect solution. Invisalign. No metal, no wires. Just clear, comfortable aligners that straighten your teeth without anyone noticing. Eat what you want, smile with confidence, and see results in as little as 6 months. Call us today for more information about Invisalign, 865-539-1776. Or just visit us online at knoxvillesmile.com. Smile brighter with Knoxville Smiles.
Out-of-town law firms have been swarming into East Tennessee lately. From Memphis, Chattanooga, and Birmingham, they've stormed into the area. Wouldn't you rather do business with a local firm? You know, a true neighbor. Marcos Garza and the pros at the Garza Law Firm are just that. There are neighbors and friends that support local causes year-round. The Garza Law Firm works to serve you professionally on criminal matters, injuries and accident matters, and Social Security and disability filings. The Garza Law Firm is here for you at garzalaw.com. The Garza Law Firm. Let us help.
T to the B, back with you live today. Calhoun's on the river where we be. It is let me just set the scene for you. This place is rocking down here. Let me hear y'all. This place is rocking.
Check over there, Tony. You got the Red Bull Championship of the World.
That's right.
How long before Orgeron's out there with his shirt off or something right out there on that deck?
I just talked to one of the folks from Red Bull a second ago, and man, they are having a party down here. I don't mess with the Red Bull people. I think Orgeron, Bino, I think that was a little more than Red Bull.
Oh, do you?
Going through his blood. Red Bull and maybe a little White Bull, if you know what I mean. Wait a minute.
Stop it.
Let me bring, without further ado, in here, presented by our friends at Gufon Moving and Storage. You're bowing your head when you say thy name, and the great Will Heflin's going to join us as well. But let me bring in here, and a special shout-out to Gufon Moving and Storage, because I know who this guy's mover of the week is going to be. But shout-out to Taylor Gufon, the fifth generation carrying on the family tradition dating back, I don't know, Bino, only 138 years. Great Mike Huguenin. Hughie, welcome in.
How you guys doing today?
Hughie, if we were any better, there'd be 5 of us, 2 of you, and God knows what will be happening out here. Hughie, grade the card for me in college football.
I think this week is an A. I think there's very interesting games in each of the big time slots. A key game in the ACC, a key game in the SEC, and a key game involving Notre Dame. So I think you can make a case if Notre Dame loses this, their chances for a playoff spot plummet because the rest of their schedule is frankly garbage. So, Notre Dame's only played one game. That's the A&M at Notre Dame game to me is quite both interesting and important.
Hey, Hughie, easy for me to say. Hughie, before we get to the main event, which obviously is here in Knoxville, what a wild time it is when you think about what happened to the Florida Gators last week. And I'm of the mindset, I've been saying this all week, all week on the air. I'm not ready to throw dirt on Florida just yet. They got too much talent.
I think if you ask Florida fans, they would basically say to Jufon moving, go ahead and park outside Billy Napier's house because he'll need to be packed up soon. His offense is antiquated. He's a horrible play caller. He's stubborn when it comes to offense, and that's going to cost him his job eventually. But at the same time, he's going to get fired and have $50 million in the bank. The idea that Florida lost to USF, it's embarrassing. And there's, he says, well, we made a couple mistakes. Well, the idea that you're even in a close game with USF is embarrassing because I think if you look at the starting 22 for each team, USF might have 4 guys who would start at Florida. So 18 of the 22 starters would be Florida players. It's just a poorly coached offense. The defense is good. It is talented. It gets its best player back this week against LSU, Caleb Banks. But the offense, he has extremely good wide receivers and is hell-bent on playing 2 tight end sets.
Mike, if you're going to get back on your feet, how do you do it? Your next 4 are LSU and Baton Rouge, Miami and Miami, Texas in Gainesville, and Texas A&M at College Station. Where's the spot you recover?
Yeah, I think that's what a lot of Florida fans now, frankly, are counting on. I think that his
counting on
20 and 20 in 40 in his 40 games at Florida. That's the worst mark for a Florida coach since the 40s. He has lost any goodwill he had. There is nobody on the fence anymore about Napier. I think the general consensus 80-20 is get this guy out of here. And the 20% that don't want him fired are the fans that never want anybody fired. So I don't know how they get back on the beam. This is a talented roster. They have numerous NFL players on the roster. 2 offensive linemen will get drafted. Caleb Banks is a first-rounder. They got a couple receivers who are NFL-worthy, 3 linebackers who are NFL-worthy, a DB or 2 who's pretty darn solid. A nice running back room. It's the weakest position on the team is tight end, and he goes with 2 tight end sets. He's just at some point you got to take a half step back and say there's a reason this guy got fired at Clemson, and that Nick Saban never looked at him as an offensive coordinator. Yes, he can call plays in the Sun Belt, but Sun Belt offenses don't work in the SEC. So to beat any of those 4 teams in the next 5 weeks, they have a week off in there. Their defense is going to have to play at an elite level, and the offense has to be mistake-free. They're not going to score a ton of points because they can't. So it's all about Florida's defense now. And you mentioned those 4 teams. Well, later in the year, they got Georgia, Ole Miss, Tennessee, and now Florida State. So they have 8 ranked teams left on the schedule.
Shout out Matt Dixon, Sunbelt Billy.
Oh, Sunbelt Billy. Matt Dixon, I thought of you. Our own Matt Dixon refers to him as Sunbelt Billy. All right. best letdown spot of the weekend, okay? And we love Comrade Golish here, born in Russia, our own little nesting doll. We love Comrade Golish here. We're proud of him, okay, for what he's done. They got to come crashing down to earth this week, right, with Miami. I mean, that was a pretty fortunate win. Do they come crashing back down, or are they going to do the Sunshine State two-step this weekend?
No, I don't think they beat Miami, but I think they can play with Miami. I mean, they obliterated Boise State in the first week. Boise, went into the season as the predicted Group of 5 team to make the playoff, and they destroyed them. They were more physical, and they were a heck of a lot faster. And Florida's faster than USF. It showed last week, but at the same time, it wasn't a gigantic gap. Golish has recruited well. He's gone into the portal and gotten guys. They can hang with Miami if the secondary plays a little bit above its talent level. Unlike Florida, Miami will throw the ball deep. And USF's secondary last year was not very good. It looks a lot better this year because of recruiting and because of the transfer portal. And Byron Brown is a really, really good he's an SEC level quarterback. And I think we talked about him a couple weeks ago. He's from Raleigh. And if you're an NC State fan looking at the quarterbacks they've run out, you're like, this dude could have gone to college 20 miles from his high school, and yet he chose to go to Tampa instead. Byron Brown is a really good quarterback. The running backs are nothing special, but they do have some guys who can run. They got some receivers who can run. I think that USF can give Miami a game. Miami's coached by Mario Cristobal, and we all know there's one or two games every year that Cristobal loses. He has no business losing. I just don't think it will be against USF because I'm sure that USF has Miami's attention.
Cristobal and Billy Napier need to get a room. Those two guys might be the worst two game managers known to man. I mean, this Cristobal guy, Bino, he makes Butch Jones look smart.
No, he does not.
Okay. Beanstar, what's our next game we want to ask Hughie about? Because it's all culminating with the main event. Hughie, if you could see how many people are out here on the deck at Calhoun's on the river, I mean, this is an incredible scene. And then the hundreds and hundreds of members of the Vol Navy, shout them out all downstream. I mean, this is an insanely beautiful vision that we're getting on this close to fall East Tennessee morning.
It's a big game, and there's nothing.
It's a big game,
like a college football regular season big game. The fans are ginned up, the players get revved up, the coaches get revved up, the media gets revved up, and this is a gigantic game, especially given it's only week 3. But I can see it. I've been to Calhoun's, I've been to Knoxville numerous times, and I can see the scene and I'm sure if back in the day when I was a college student, a big game meant you started preparing Wednesday night.
Yes.
So my assumption is a lot of students are already well into their weekend ritual, and I think for the typical fan, a big game weekend starts Thursday night, so they're revved up as well.
Which might be, Bino, why those Red Bull people are over there to help those people that have been preparing since Wednesday night. But, Bino, jump in here because our next game we're going to focus on as Mike Hugan and presented by Gouffon Moving and Storage. Ladies and gentlemen, online at Gouffon.com. They got a great link over at where our blog today at tclub.team. We only have about 5,000 words up there for you today on our blog. 138 years, a tradition unlike any other in moving and storage. Shout out to Taylor Gouffon, the 5th generation. And when I say storage, I mean secure vaulted storage. Newest offering of commercial storage logistics, receiving, storage, delivery services for all your business logistic needs. Say it loud and say it proud. Gouffon Moving and Storage. Beanstar.
Mike, this may be a huge overreaction, but it may be getting late early for Notre Dame if they drop this game tomorrow against Texas A&M.
Yeah, I think if Notre Dame loses, they obviously start 0-2, and the rest of their schedule does not give them a chance for a marquee win unless USC is a lot better than people think. USC is the best team left on the schedule after this week. There's 5 ACC teams, Navy, USC. It's not an impressive schedule. So they won in College Station last year. This is a big game for Texas A&M as well. I think people, every year they're sort of highly hyped. You look at their roster and say this is a good roster, and they all, they go 8-4. How good is Marcel Reed? We're going to find out a little bit more about that. What has A.J. Carr done in the off week to get ready for what looks to be a very aggressive and physical defense? He struggled in week 1 against the Miami defense. I would argue that Texas A&M's defense is more talented. But this game also is at Notre Dame. 2 really good running backs. Jeremiah Love's the best running back in the country. I think Le'Veon Moss is one of the top 5 or 6 for A&M. A&M was 7-1 last year when Le'Veon Moss got hurt. They won 1 game the rest of the way. He's back. He's healthy. The receiving core is nothing special. The offensive line is really good. The defense is fast and aggressive. So this is a gigantic game for Notre Dame. And if you don't like the Irish, even if you don't like the Aggies, you're pulling for A&M because you want Notre Dame sort of way out of the mix for a playoff. And I'm serious. If they go 10-2, but lose to Miami and A&M with what else they have to play, I'm not sure that's going to be enough to get them into a playoff. I know it's Notre Dame, but the schedule is just not good.
Mike Hugan, and breaking it down scientifically, here's the deal about Texas A&M. Look, we've seen fire and we've seen rain around here, and we've seen some pretty bleak days. They haven't beaten a top 25 ranked team, a ranked non-conference team on the road. Okay, Hugie? I don't know if you saw this. I don't know how this is possible. They haven't beaten a ranked team on the road in non-conference since 1979. Hugie. I mean, A&M is a
Henry Ballard days, so that's a long time ago.
They're like a government program.
Play anybody at non-conference away from home. This is like an A&M program that annually, pencil them in for 8-4. They're going to win a game they shouldn't. They're going to lose a game they shouldn't, and they're going to finish 8-4. And heck, that might be what the case is this year. And again, Notre Dame's defense is pretty good, and Jeremiah Love presumably will get more carries than he did in the opener. This is important for both, but I think it's far more important for Notre Dame. But I think if Mike Elko wants to elevate himself in the eyes of A&M fans, this is the game his team finds a way to win. I'm interested in seeing how Marcel Reed handles the atmosphere. Night game in Notre Dame. The crowd's going to be well oiled and loud. This is a fun game. I mean, it's a big non-conference game. And there's a lot on the line for A&M, but there's a ton on the line for Notre Dame.
All right, let's get to the main event. Hey, how many people here are fired up and ready for tomorrow? I want to hear you. Georgia is getting ready to walk into an absolute buzzsaw tomorrow afternoon at Neyland Stadium. These people are fired up, focused, and prepared and ready to see the Vols take this thing into heights we haven't seen in a while. Let's break it down, Hugie. Talk to me about this game. First of all, I don't know what we know about either team besides the fact that Tennessee looks like they've got a better quarterback than they had to run their system right now with Joey Football than Nico. I'm always going to leave you. Your thoughts?
Aguilar has looked good. Obviously, the defensive The defensive unit he's going against tomorrow is about 10 times better than what he's seen so far. Georgia's offense had a 1st and goal from the 1 against Austin Peay and did not score, which says a lot about Georgia's offensive line. It was a weakness last year. 4 guys left, 4 new starters. 2 of those guys were hurt last week. They couldn't score from the 1 against Austin Peay. Gunnar Stockton, how good is he? We don't know. They've played Marshall and Austin Peay. They haven't really played opponent with a pulse. No, I think both teams' defenses are going to make it extremely difficult on the other quarterback. Kirby Smart's defense has had really no issues against the Vols offense, and Teifel's been there. But you look at what Georgia has done offensively this year. You look at Gunnar Stockton. You look at their receivers. You look at their running backs. I'm not sure how much success Georgia's offense is going to have. I expect a extremely low-scoring game. One of those old, slobber knocker games, that kind of stuff. And I don't think it's too simplistic to say the quarterback who has the better game is the team who's going to win. Stockton has got some mobility. They've leaned into that a bit. I still don't know how good a play caller Mike Bobo is. There was a clear drop-off when Monken left, but Monken is a high-level guy. I think that Bobo's sort of just a guy calling plays. Nate Fraser's a really good running back. I'm not sure Georgia has a number 2 running back. Star Lewis has looked good Star Thomas has looked good for Tennessee so far. But the defensive acumen, so to speak, of Georgia is a lot better than it is Virginia Tech or East Tennessee. So I think it's going to be a low-scoring game. Big plays, gigantic. Turnovers, gigantic. Special teams, gigantic. All those cliches. But I think bottom line is if Aguilar outplays Stockton, Tennessee wins. If Stockton outplays Aguilar, Georgia wins.
Mike, am I foolish to believe that at this point in the season, with what I believe is Kirby Smart's youngest overall roster since he's been at Georgia, that this is a more vulnerable Georgia team, especially in week